Bashers. Got a little bit of a green screen issue going on. Hey, everybody. I'm not on the new computer. I'm so close, though. I have everything hooked up, but I just couldn't pull it off in time for the show. I tried really hard. I don't have the new hard drive, but I said I'll just do a minimal thing and get the thing. I got the screen up. I got the Mac up. I got everything up. It looks like it's going to be amazing. I was not able to get it ready for showtime, but what are you going to do? I tried. I'm working on one screen tonight, which is very odd for me. I usually have two screens, so it's a little bit of an unusual thing for me. And minimal things plugged in because I took this computer out. I set the thing up, blah blah blah. So I just had to really quickly put it back together again. Hope everybody's really really well. Dave Fahrenheit 451 got in at number one. Dave Fahrenheit 451, and he said, "I don't think Julian has ever gotten Basher of the Day." Well, then there it is, Julian. It is. Thank you, Dave. You're just one of the most fantastic Bashers we've ever had, and I'm grateful for that. Grateful. Panel power in at number two, and I'm also the big screen is behind this computer right now because I just was like, I'll put this together real quick. And what I did was I just plopped it in front of it, turned it all on, and just said, okay, I'm going to go with this. I'm sitting a little weird today, but it's fine. Fine. Paul's out getting a bottle of wine. Sheen's doing his show. I hope it's a lot of fun because there's only 10 people in the room. 10 people. Oh my God. Ray in number three. "'Tis easy to please me." Is it? Is it easy to please you? There he is. I don't think he's ever seen Julian. Yes, he's never been a Basher of the Day. Well, he's going to be now. And I'm going to send him, because he's a purveyor of fine art. So I'm going to give him the most artful one that I could come up with. And I think that might be either Miserere or Basher Ball or one of those. And he hasn't had it, So he just knows me talking about rock all day long. And, I studied classically. So, I do like classical music. I love it, actually. And I'll send him something that's in league with what Julian prefers to hear. He doesn't want to hear any of that rock and roll bullshit. Danny Gutierrez was Basher of the Day on Tuesday. 4th, let the Friday bash begin. And I sent him off Basher of the Day. Just getting, Rose came home today. She's home. She's feeling much, much better. Still a little bit, like, why was I there? What is going on? Why were they poking and prodding me and doing all this stuff to me? She's 88 and, she finished her course of antibiotics. She's much, much better. Her blood work looks great. Thank you all Bashers for saying all those kind things and all your prayers and thoughts and amazing words of great meaning to me. She's a very important part of my world. She's been my friend everybody's like, is she your mother? I'm like, no, she's my friend. They're like, what? She's your neighbor? What? Listen, man, you only go around once, and that's it. Thank you all. Andrew Elkowich, Canadian $5. May 24th, long weekend in Canada. Why so? May 24th. It's only May 16th. Get drinks and barbecue. Are Canadians famous for their barbecue? I do not know that. Enjoy the day and the show. Upvote everyone and become a patron if you can. Make someone smile. Or you could just, I'm sitting in a weird position right now, so I could just go right down there is the thumbs up button if you want to be a part of the show. I know everybody watches who needs a drink, so there's very few of you in here right now, and that's okay. We'll start off the show as we do. Let's see if it causes some trouble. I mean, it's the old computer. It's just minimalist version of the old computer. Let's just hit the Andrew Wolkowicz gong and see how it fucks that up. Did it fuck it up? Wow. So far, so no. It's RP 1960. It's finally Friday. Happy Friday to you, RP 1960. Hey, Night Watchman. Look at you. I haven't seen you in so damn long. How are you? And the Archer, two wonderful Bashers. How are you? What a watch. What a beautiful watch. Rolex Oyster Precision. Oh, mano, yum, mano. When I think Rolex, because you know me, I'm a simple Rolex guy, Milgaussian as I am. That is right up my street for if I was to get another Rolex, it would be that. Whew, I love that watch. I love the look of the classic Rolex and the Archer. Great to have you in at number 6. How are you? I'm wondering, like, was all that stuff that was plugged into my computer causing? I still don't know. I had a great conversation on the phone with Scotty Love. They call him Scotty Love. He sent me some more Riedels because I broke one. What a sweetheart of a guy, and an incomparable human being. And we were on the phone for quite a while this morning. When I was on my way, I took the boat to the hospital to go pick Rose up, and he came along via audio and video. And we were talking about a lot of stuff today, and he's a great guy. And I had a point there. I don't know where I'm going. Kevin Landon, number 8 today. Happy Friday to Dirk, Oisin, and all the Bashers. Catching the replay after work. Oh, we love you, Kevin Landon. I hope you can catch some of it, because we'll be on for a couple hours. Franco Fiore, grazie mille. Please upvote. Hey, how are you, buddy? Thanks so much. Thank you. Top dog, number 15, still a win in my eyes. We are breathing, right? Indeed, we are, Jeff. We are breathing. And that's all that's important. Mart upvoted. Let's bash. It's Friday again. Glenn Parker's in the room. Hey, Glenn Parker is the place to be. And Louise. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, Dirk. Good evening. And all the Bashers. Fergal. Happy Friday, Dirk, Oisin, and the Bashers up early for work. So I'll catch us on the replay. Wow, 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 wow. And Tracy Ferris is here. Hey, Tracy Ferris. Joe LaFaro. Handsome Joe. Happy Friday to you, Melly C, the beautiful, incomparable. Hello, Dirk, and all the Bashers. Good news that Rose is home and on the mend. Ken Furby, hello, everyone. Weekend, whoop, whoop. Andy M. Good evening, sir. Only good things, right? It's going to be right here, right? Only good things. Only good things, as we do every week. I did want to bring up a picture of, yesterday, we ended the show kind of on a sour note. And I just want to dedicate today's show to my sister Pat and her dog Georgia, who she lost yesterday. Now, Georgia, my family have a history of stray animal corralling, and my sisters, both of my sisters and my brother, everyone in my family. So Georgia is a very special case. She's a beautiful lady who came to my sister on death row. And my sister went and adopted her from another state, and she had diabetes and lots of other problems. And my sister did everything in her power. She's had her for many years. My sister Pat adores Georgia. She loves her so very much. She made my sister so very happy. And I'm very sorry, Pat. I know how much you love Georgia. And she was a beautiful, beautiful baby. And, it's so hard when we lose them. We've been through it. We've all been through it, and we know what that feels like. And, my sister, both of my sisters do crazy stuff to get their animals, the best health care they possibly can. Hey, Ush, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
I almost did it. I couldn't do it. I almost did it. I was this close to getting it done.
What?
Being on the new machine. This close.
Really?
This close.
All right.
Yeah. So, Pat, I want to dedicate.
You're so loud.
What's that?
You're really loud. Your mic is so hot.
I turned it way down.
Oh, shit. Let me.
I got your message and I turned it down. I usually have it at 1:00. I turned it down to 11. Is that better?
Oh, I got it here. Automatically adjust mic volume. There we go.
Yeah. Now does it sound real low or does it sound okay?
No, it's fine. It's just
okay.
now it'll set it automatically for wherever you are.
That's weird. Didn't we always have that
setting?
Yeah, I never changed the setting.
I think I changed it while you guys were doing your live thing with Emmett.
Of course.
It's my fault.
It's always your fault. God damn it.
It's always my fault.
You bastard. So, Pat, I want to dedicate this show to you because my sister Pat had to put her dog Georgia down yesterday. She was just too much. So, Pat, I love you so much. And Georgia, everybody. So, I just wanted to just say, hey, what's up, Bush? How are you? So, everything came except for the hard drive. So, I said, you know what? The screen came. Oh, God, the screen is, Oisin, the screen.
So good.
It's behind.
You got the Dell, right?
I got the 34 widescreen Dell.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
And it came today. It's like an hour and a half ago. And it came not in a shipping box. The guy rang the bell and he's like, you guys dead because I'm
Did you get it used?
No. Bought it directly from I had ordered it from Amazon and it was supposed to come last Saturday. And then they said that it's back ordered. It's going to be a while. They don't know when. So I canceled the order on Amazon. I went online to Dell and I ordered it yesterday. Next day, boom.
Yeah, well.
But it came without a shipping box. Came in just the box.
That's fine.
I know it's fine, but it's just so weird.
Oh, shipping. Oh, I see what you mean.
It's not in a brown shipping box. It's in a big Dell box, and it's just shows you exactly what it is.
They always do that.
I've never bought anything from Dell in my life.
No, it's like with screens, they don't need to put an extra box.
Oh, okay.
They can just ship it as it is. You see the new watch?
What you got on there?
This is one of the Italian brands. It's too big. I need to remove a link.
There's a watch that's too big on you?
I know. Isn't this beautiful?
What is it?
It's called CN. It's Chiara.
Oh, CN.
Chiara Nardo. Look at the beautiful box it came in.
Oh my God.
Stunning.
Is that a crazy expensive watch?
It's $2,000.
$2,000 and it comes in that box. Rolex. Hello. Rolex.
I know.
Hello.
Look at the design. And she has that pinstripe like the sea. The Riva boat vibe going on. That's her whole theme.
Wow. And listen to that. Listen to the snick and the snip there. Did you hear that?
It's a nice snick and a snip. So this is Chiara Navarro CN, and when you turn it on its side, it becomes 2. So the dial at the 2 position has that 2, which is very clever.
Oh, look at that!
But the whole vibe, there she is.
Who is this beautiful lady? Wow!
I met her at Yeslo last week. So this is the vibe, you see. So they're hanging out on the
Riva.
On the Riva, yeah. Look, it's kind of upscale George Clooney vibe going on.
Yeah, she's doing a 1950s Veneziano kind of thing, like paradise, vacationing in Italia in the 50s.
Exactly.
We love that.
And it's gorgeous. She gave me the marine blue one. There's a Cortina white, the snow from Cortina, and the black one is called Nero di Seppia, like the spaghetti
dish, the official dish of Venezia. Wow, that's beautiful. Can you pop that watch up as close as you can to the camera so we can have a better look-see at it?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that.
Fire up the loom as well while I'm at it.
Yeah, loom it up.
It's nice and simple and clean. It's good.
Oh, that is
a 2.
It's a 2. Look at that. That's very clever. That very clever design, marketing. So whoever was in charge of their aesthetic really understood what they were doing there.
Yeah,
that's really
great. I can highlight the blue.
Oh yes. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty watch.
So I'll do like sexy shots.
I'm surprised you haven't sized it yet.
Here's a funny thing. She asked me ahead of time. She was like, "How big is your wrist?" I said, "Just under 8 inches."
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, how big is it? And she sized it, but it's too big.
Oh, she sized it.
Yeah, but it's sized for larger than 8 inches, I think. But what do I know? Maybe I don't know. Are these screws? Let me check. I hope it's not pins.
No, pins and sleeves. God, no, nobody's doing that anymore, are they?
Yeah, she is.
Is it pins and sleeves?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'll have Simone do it.
Yeah,
for me
Simone,
tomorrow.
he'll sort you out in 2 seconds.
I can do it. But I have the tools, but I'd rather he do it.
Yeah. I would feel confident with the screws, but I would not feel confident with that. I would never touch that.
Yeah, I've done it before, plenty, but it's you have to get a hammer out and stuff.
Yeah, it's no good.
But it's beautiful, man.
This
it's so shiny.
Sleeves. Yeah, my Speedy is pins and sleeves. Don't forget that special glue. So that special glue you guys were talking about was Loctite.
It's Loctite.
Like, what are we, idiots? Loctite.
I couldn't think of the name.
I had to have Loctite done on the Speedy because remember I had a situation with the crown where if I did it backwards, it came out, and I brought it to the guy up down on Nassau Street, and he just Loctited it, and that was the end of it. And I walked right up. How did I feel like an idiot? Loctite.
Well, you don't need Loctite on pins and sleeves. You need it on the screws.
Screws, yeah, right.
Anyway, look how shiny and gorgeous it is.
It's
a lot of people were saying it looks like the Alpine Eagle by Chopard.
Well, excuse us.
It's very like a Chopard the Alpine Eagle.
I think it does look a little like that. I love that
Yeah.
bracelet.
Isn't it?
It's unique. It's a
Yeah.
very, very different look. Your camera's not focusing great tonight.
No,
What's
it's
up with
not.
that?
It's not working well. For
Oh, there
me
it
today.
goes. There it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that bracelet. And the crown's big. You know me, I
Yeah.
love a big crown. I'm a crown queen. I love big crowns.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I hate the frickin' new Railmaster sleeping on the job. Omega.
Oh, really? Is that your opinion? I'm curious.
I hate them. They're just
Oh,
so
wow.
crap. The trilogy one was gorgeous. And then this
Right.
one just looks like, what did they hire
You know
a
how
new
to,
intern?
you know how to get lots of new subs and new views? Make a video talking about exactly this.
Yeah.
On the thumbnail going, oh, the Railmaster. Because people are getting shitloads of views.
On the Railmaster?
On the Railmaster.
I could rail the shit out of the Railmaster.
You can rail the shit out of the Railmaster.
Well, wow. Maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna change it right now, aren't you?
I'm gonna see if I can.
You're gonna do it. You are. You're gonna do it.
Oh no, it's a screwdriver. Are these screws? I just can't see. My old eyes.
I see Adrian Barker did. I didn't watch the video though because I don't care.
Oh, they are screws. Great.
Oh, they are screws.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in. He did a thing on the Railmaster. I didn't watch it yet, but I looked at the.
Well, he got a shitload of views.
Well, you know, he gets
that's
a lot
how
of
you
views
gather.
anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's how you gather in more views.
Oh, maybe I'll do it.
More subs.
Maybe I'll do a quick,
you have the contrasting opinion. You can be like, no, it's terrible, and this is this is the very good Railmaster, the one that came from the trilogy, and show lots of cutaways to it, and now you have
gray one. It's so bland and washed out, and then it's got a cupcake crown Omega. All right, I'll save all my comments for I'll make a video on that.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Reynolds? That'll be my tagline. What the fuck, Reynolds? WTF, Reynolds?
No, just go. The new Railmaster is SH***, and people will click on it.
Oh my god! Look at Dirk's going to do some clickbaity stuff.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you got to get more people coming because you've been massaging the same group of people for a while now.
It's my group.
It's your group,
but you know what? We have had for me, this has been the biggest growth of, even though like financially it's been kind of whatever, but it's all evens out in the watch because the subs have gone up about 50 in the last month, and that's huge for me.
Okay,
huge.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
So hey man, it's not quantity, it's quality, baby. And I got the best.
It's both. It's both, man. I mean, the quality obviously is the most important thing, but you have to bring new people to the table. Otherwise, if you're not moving forward, you're dying, you know?
Well, it's true. Moving forward. Well, listen, man, we just made a major
just don't forget
in the show.
The original crowd. That's all.
Of course, never. Yeah. No, they're the Bashers. They're special folks. This has changed my entire life. This whole thing. It's a whole new world. I've met incredible people, amazing folks. It's opened up everything. Joe LaFar says Omega's pumping up the Railmaster propaganda recently. I mean, listen, listen, I'm a Milgausian, and I've always been one. And that Railmaster is the Omega Milgaus. That's always been that. It's for train guys. It's for guys that are working on the railroad. And
so why do you hate it?
The one that they put out with the trilogy was a great nod to Omega's history. It looked like a Railmaster. It was just a Railmaster. This one, it's washed out and gray. And then I like Fotina. I hate this one. It's so brown. Everything's brown. There's nothing contrasty on it at all. Whereas the other one, black dial, and it had the Fotina for the indices, and it had the nice big large crown. And now we've got an open case back. It's got an 8806. Okay, big fucking deal. I don't know. It just feels like a half-baked idea to me. I don't know why. And Railmaster's not a big thing for them, so I don't know why they decided to do that. It feels like they're out of ideas. I don't know.
That was the thing that I was saying to my career. I was like, no one ever cares about the Railmaster. I like it as a watch, but for some reason it doesn't. it doesn't attract much attention. Why is everybody making videos about it all of a sudden? Why is there all this love for the Railmaster out of
I don't
nowhere?
know.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, Alex BSH, new real message, a lazy release. That's exactly what it is. It's a lazy release, just an Aquaterra with no date. You know, they swapped out the broad arrow from being on the hour hand to being on the minute hand. So it's an Aquaterra. It's basically an Aquaterra. It really is. It's an Aquaterra Railmaster. That's exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. And that's the first thing I noticed. I went, oh, they swapped out the broad arrow. Okay. And I don't particularly like the arrow on the minute hand. It looks like an Amazon penis to me. You know, it's got that Amazon penis thing. Whereas on the hour hand, it's meaty and beefy, like on our CK2915. It's got it's got that brevity. It's beautiful. And then on that, it just looks like kind of like a little tiny dick. I don't like it.
There you go. Make a video.
Little tiny dick. I'm gonna make a video. Who else is in the room? Let's see who's going on here. Oh, thanks, Robin's Bird. Yeah, thank you so much. Tracy Ferris says, hey, hello, Oisin. There you go. Andy M, what gorgeous puppy. Tracy Ferris, thank you so much. Hey, Eddie. Watermelon is to make sure they delivered it not broken. Oh, is that what it is? When you get, I think now, I just think it's laziness. I don't care. I got it in one day. You know what, Amazon? Don't promote. Don't say next day. Don't say. I did pay $50 extra to have it delivered today though, because I was like, fuck this. I want it now.
I wish I did that with my Seiko because I ordered it over a month ago and still not here.
Oh shit! From Japan?
No, from New York.
Really?
Yeah. And it's stuck in the sorting center. There were two shipping options. One was $20, the other was like 120 or something. And the watch was only a few $100. So I was like, what's the point? But now I regret it because I told people about it weeks ago and they're all like, when are you doing the Seiko unboxing? I'm like, I can't.
Because you can't, because you don't have it. Hey, Conair, what does he mean by this? Paid promotion, gents? Make sure you put the symbol up or Brendan B will be onto you. What does that mean exactly? We don't have a paid promotion here.
No, there's no paid promotion. No. I'm just excited because it's such a nice watch. And
that. Oh no, he's not being paid for that shit.
No, I actually am not. But I mean, I did it on the Atowak video. There's a paid promotion sign. Brendan Boswell he's a friend of mine actually, and he has a channel and he'll get on your ass for indiscrepancies like that. Brendan will always get on people's ass.
I've seen his show from time. He's kind of a ranty Irish guy, right? He rants about a lot of stuff.
He's British, but he's
is he British?
Irish. That's a British accent, man. But he's originally from Ireland. His heritage is Irish, but that is not an Irish accent.
I mean, I barely even know who that is. I've seen it once. I think he was going. It's
a good channel. Is
he Liverpudlian or where is he from in England?
I don't think it's a Liverpool accent. No,
I don't know what he sounds like. I don't really remember. Brendan. I hear Brendan. I just think he's an Irish guy.
Well, he is Irish. Yes, I mean, like you're Irish. You don't sound like an Irishman either.
No, because I'm from New York.
That's it.
I'll go move to Limerick. Right. I could get away with it though if I went there. I could.
Yeah.
I get away with it. If I wanted to be Ilaria Baldwin. And pretend I'm from Ireland, right?
Yes.
Hippie PA 999 talking about Omega. I'm wearing a Planet Ocean 2201.50 from Quantum. I love that watch. Oh yes. Thoughts on the sartorial style of the movie? Listen, Hippie PA, Hippie_PA. Let me give you a big bang boom for that. Look at this. I unplugged. So you know what I got plugged into my computer right now? My camera and my sound module, and that's it. No other monitor. I have no two monitors tonight. I'm having zero problems. Isn't that weird?
You've removed variables.
I've removed variables. I'm going to give you a big bang boom for that super chat. So Hippie PA, I have mentioned this on the show, and Oisin and Michaela and I are part of Watch Fashion Police, and we've done James Bond. Quantum of Solace is, I think that Casino Royale is the perfect James Bond movie. However, I think James Bond's style, that was the first iteration of Bond where he was completely suited by Tom Ford. I've said this before, his suits and everything down to his Levi's jeans in the South American segments of the movie. It's the best looking James Bond ever. Everything about it, coats, everything, coats, jackets, suits, shirts, everything about it. I mean, you can't beat that Turnbull and Asher suit shirt in the shower scene in Casino Royale is one of the most unbeatable things. But you know what? You also have to have Daniel Craig's body.
It helps
to put a shirt on and let it get saturated. That's what everyone. I love that shirt. I'm like, well, you do, but
that guy could wear H&M. It would still look good.
Of course he could. He's ripped to shreds. But it's my favorite. I love that movie. I think it's the most underrated movie. I think in time people are going to talk about, just like on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Jim Patterson says, "Lodgeable Lad Pack." You know what that's from, right? Lodgeable.
Is that like a Chinese guy saying something about?
It's Japanese. It's lost in translation.
Oh, right. It's
like, I'm more of a Connery guy myself. No, Lodgeable Lad Pack. And then when the prostitute comes over to his hotel room, she's like, "My stockings, lip them. Lip them."
That was an incredible movie. He says that Brendan's in Lancashire. Okay.
Lancashire, okay.
There you go. Famous
That's
for a
where all the
Beatles song.
Satanists are, right?
Oh, was that right?
Lucifer in Lancashire.
Oh. I just think of the Beatles song.
Look at her presentation. Look at this.
That's pretty
beautiful
outrageous.
Little bag. And the cards, the warranty cards are in here. It's so nicely put together. I mean, it's like little details.
That's somebody who's launching a brand with a very, very serious attitude.
Right.
She's serious.
She's very serious from day one. She's like, yeah, let's connect. Here's my info. And she's been in touch. And she's like, let me send you a watch. Which one would you like? But like, there's no pussyfooting with this woman.
No.
You wouldn't believe the guy. Italian watch brands, they're so bloody. They're overcautious with everything. I'm like, no, when you meet an influencer with a big channel, you throw your product at him like you can't get away from it. That's what you do. You don't sit around and him and haw and kick tires. And that's what she did. And she got massive free promotion tonight. So that's
okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you guys can come together at some point. And how great is that? Because you believe in the product, and that's how it sometimes starts for people. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm
gonna be wearing this all summer.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Now it's fitted.
Wow.
I took two links off.
Two. Yeah. Look at that. It looks good though. It looks good.
Yeah, looks sexy.
Beautiful. Here's your brother. It's a cold week here in Wien. Looking around, you'd never know it was May. Woolies and coats are a go. Wow. The opposite is Carolyn Martin, the girl with the wrench. Hello, Bashers. 98 degrees here in sunny Florida. I can't wait to get on the water. I heard it's very, very rainy down in some parts of Florida. So, is it still raining in Venice right now?
It's been coming and going. It was warm last week, and now it's been tempestuous. It's doing this change
like a woman.
Changeover. Yeah.
Eddie, $10. Thank you. I got a bottle of Duckhorn. Hey, we love the Duckhorn Merlot. We're big fans of that much more than the Cab. I opened it 20 minutes ago. I haven't tried it. What are thoughts on this? We love it. We've been fans of the Duckhorn Merlot for many
well, that's because Dan Duckhorn is a Merlot guy.
Yeah.
He makes Cab because he has to sell product.
Yeah,
and that's what people buy. And his Cab costs more than his Merlot, and that's a crime because he's a Merlot guy. And his favorite shit is Petrus.
Well,
that's
what a man of terrible taste and
that's what he modeled his wines on when he came back from France. That he was like, I want to make a Merlot, and he has three types. He has the Merlot, regular Merlot. He has the Three Palms, and he has the Stout. and you can only buy the stout on his vineyard.
Yeah, I've never had. We've had the 3 palms in the regular.
We've had the 3 palms. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've bought like each 3 palms we've had. Pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good. Well, we're also very big Merlot fans. It's the king of all grapes. I mean, it really is. Even though we're getting older and we're loving the Burgundy and all that stuff, and that happens, you know. But Merlot, when it comes to Bordeaux's, man, maybe it's just. And we were lucky enough to share Petrus many years ago for my birthday. It was really amazing. 2013. That's how long ago that was. Jesus Christ. That was good times, though. It's so funny. I keep looking over here and there's no screen, and I'm like, what the fuck? So weird. It's just so Eddie, 10 balloons. Thank you, buddy. Let's give you the kazoo. Thanks, mate. Hey, Patricia T. Great to see you in the room. How are you? Daniel Craig as Bond. Meh? Really? Jim Patterson?
God, I think he's great, Bond.
Can we open up the gallery here and say, what is it about him that you? I mean, God, didn't he save the whole thing? Because I thought that I love Pierce Brosnan. I love him, but I hated him as James Bond. Didn't like him. It's just a little too, I don't know, quirky. And first of all, the movies were shitty. Yeah, GoldenEye is okay.
Yeah, because when you think about Daniel Craig, not only did Bond get tougher and rougher, but the productions did too. Like the violence is a lot more raw, and there's all of this fancy glamour. It's there, but it's not. You don't feel entirely comfortable with it.
Because he's a blunt instrument like Ian Fleming had designed.
Right.
Whereas, you know, like these guys with their Brioni persnicketyness and, you know, like there was in Skyfall, not my favorite movie, when he jumps on the train and and then he just really quickly fixes his stuff. That was a nod to classic Bond.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you nailed it. They made it grittier, dirtier, more cold, and I don't know. Jim Patterson, tell me more. Tell me more about that. Dalton was the most underrated. I liked those movies. Listen,
Timothy Dalton was great. He was a good Bond,
and he's such a good actor, man.
Yeah.
Joe LaFaro says it was very difficult to believe Pearson could ever. Yeah, very true. Because you know what?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. He's just not the butchest of guys. He's an elegant, beautiful man. There's no doubt in the way. And now as an older man, God, is he? Oh, he's incredible.
Well, he's in that new Mobland thing, and he's a badass.
Yeah, but have you been watching that at all?
I just watched a few minutes of it last night before I fell asleep. I'm trying to watch that Silo show. Everybody's in a silo underground.
Oh,
it's okay. I don't watch many shows. You know me. Unless I get really hooked, like Breaking Bad or whatever. But yeah, I need to get more into Mobland. Did you try to watch it?
Mobland? Yeah, I've been watching it.
So the John Hamm thing with all the watches, the friends and neighbors, is beginning to annoy me.
Why? Because of the Van Cleef and Arpels last night?
I didn't see that. I haven't seen it yet. But
I watched it last night.
Okay. Cool. No, what's annoying me is these musical montages they keep doing. I don't care enough about his sister who plays the guitar enough yet. I don't care enough about the young kid who feels disenfranchised from all his schoolmates. I don't care enough about anybody in the show yet. I only care a little bit about John Hamm. So I don't need to see a 5-minute slow-mo montage of them at a party or somebody singing a song and everybody with a twinkle in their eyes and so on. Also,
did that happen?
Yeah, it happened several times, and I fast forwarded through. I doubled the speed and went through them. And also, I gotta say, like, on what planet do you turn down Olivia Munn and then start fancying Amanda Peet, who is not aging well and totally cheated on you? and dumped you out of your own home that you bought.
Because humans are stupid, and history and all that shit, and the bond that they had before she broke it. I mean, her arrogance. Well, you can see that. Oh, you saw the college thing though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we know what happened there. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody else. I think he's in love with her. I mean, how could you not be in Olivia Munn, who, by the way, said, I read an interview with her, and she said that she wasn't really going to take this role until John Hamm contacted her and said, she goes, I haven't acted in a couple of years. And he's like, you're the only person for this. And they got together and they read through the thing. And she said, what a champion he was for her.
She had breast cancer. You know that, right?
I did not know that.
She went through breast cancer.
Oh, gosh.
And she's a very different Olivia Munn than because Olivia Munn is mine. She belongs to me. I knew her before first, anyone, right?
She was years a tech lady.
Yeah. She's a different person now, very much. I see her in interviews. She's straightened up a lot. She used to be like a bad girl. But yeah, she's gone. She has kids and she's gone through breast cancer. I saw her in an interview going, yeah, it was kind of weird that I have to do sex scenes with Don Draper. I was thinking, yeah, you're going to live the dream there, darling.
And then she goes home to, what's his face?
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a very strange history of men. She was with that football guy who's a total psychopath.
Well, the person who got her into, got her off TV and into film is what's his face from Star Trek, big, tall, beautiful guy. Fuck. Shit. Yeah.
Who did he play?
He was in Hell or High Water as well.
Oh, Captain Kirk. Stroke. It's the Stroke, guys. Yeah, right. And you met him in person, and you couldn't believe how tall he was.
Well, I didn't meet him. He was standing next to me at the bar. So I didn't actually shake his hand, but yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. What's his name?
He was anyway.
And he can sing too.
He can? Well.
Yeah, he was in Into the Woods. He played the prince. And he was fucking amazing. I was like, what? He must have a really small penis. So
Chris Pine. Chris Pine.
Yeah, Chris Pine.
I'm so glad I got it before the chat gave it to me.
Yeah.
Just so I can. Now the chat gave it. I just made it seconds ahead.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I'm senile.
Yeah, he's a terrific actor.
Chris Pine had a little fling with her.
He did. Well, man, they're beautiful.
It was a joke on G4 Network. All the staff were like, so how's Chris Pine, blah, blah, blah. Because everybody knew on that network that she had better things ahead of her,
Sure.
And he took her to Hollywood. And then the rest is history or whatever.
Yeah, well, the first thing I ever saw her in, because you pointed her out to me when she was the tech girl, and you're like, this is my wife. And I was like, oh, yeah, she's beautiful. Then she was on that show, that network show on HBO, and she was so good in it. It wasn't a great show that Jane Fonda was on that, but she was terrific on that show. She's a natural. I think and she's terrific in this show too. I think she's really natural. And yeah, she's a ridiculous smoke show. But this last night show, there's none of that stuff going on that you mentioned. It gets really ugly. Oh boy.
Brand New Lover says, she never meets them. He's just in the same circles. I do meet them. I've met some people. I can't even talk about meeting, but I could talk about him if I had met him, but I didn't. I was just at the bar at the after show. He was on SNL, and I was invited to the after show of the SNL in that nightclub in New York that was owned by the guy who was in Sex and the City.
The cutting room.
The cutting room.
Chris Noth.
Yeah.
I'll get that though.
Yeah. So I went. So I was at the thing, and everybody from the cast was there, including him. And I hadn't seen him in the room because it was so packed. So I was like, oh, who knows who's here, whatever. And I'm at the fucking bar waiting for the bartender to notice me. And then I look to my left, and he's 2 inches taller than me. And I just thought, motherfucker, this guy is so handsome. He's so talented. Usually I get away with that. But they're a miniature person, because
They
everyone
always
in
are.
Hollywood is a tiny, tiny person, right?
Yeah, they always are.
This motherfucker, I'm like, he's got it all, man. It just annoyed me.
And he can sing and
in
dance.
a good way.
It's just so annoying. I mean, he's an incredibly beautiful guy. Too much middle-aged sex in Friends and Neighbors. Listen, I'll tell you this, and on this show I've said this a million times. I'm so sick of gratuitous sex. If you want to watch people fuck, just watch porn, because it's getting so ridiculously disgusting. I don't find it too gratuitous on this show. However, sex is for young, beautiful people, and everybody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see guys in their.
I don't want to see bony Amanda Peet. She has not aged well. She's gotten scraggly.
She's looking like a turtle.
She got bony and scraggly.
Or a buzzard.
She should have put on weight. We should know a chubbier Amanda Peet instead of this extra bony Skeletor looking Amanda Peet. It doesn't work for her personally. I think. Yeah. But I'm just being a dick right now.
That's okay. Jim Patterson says that Bond has to have a sly wit, that Daniel Craig isn't remotely funny. I agree, he's not funny, but can I just say that he's not funny in the books really either. So that kind of came on with the film franchise, and even Connery wasn't great at it. Roger Moore was the guy that really did the quippy stuff, and I hate every Roger Moore film except for maybe one. He's not my Bond. So I don't know.
Roger Moore.
Jared Lee. Hey, Jared Lee. Great show. Wondering if you received my Black Seamaster 300 aluminum picture. Did you send me one today? I don't really do pictures I do the Gallery of Bashtards every day but Friday. But you sent me one the other day. I did show your watch the other day when you were on the show. Did you not watch it live? I think you did. Yes, your Black Seamaster 300 aluminum. Yes, I did show it, but I'll do it again if you want to send it to me again, we'll do it on, I'll be up with the new setup on Sunday and you get to see it then.
Is there anything better than a Seamaster?
No.
Seamaster and Seamaster 3, the 300 and the 300M.
Agreed.
The 300 Heritage is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful watch, and it's a lot of people's gateway drug, and that's a beautiful thing.
Well, the M is the gateway. The 300 Heritage is the other one you love. Got the lollipop. I have my 300 here.
Yeah. I know. What's not to love about that watch? That's the GoldenEye. That's the GoldenEye right there. That's the Pierce Brosnan GoldenEye watch. That's the one. It's a beautiful watch. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna
have to sell a watch soon, a big one, because I was in the other apartment. I went over to see the other apartment today and scan it. Dude, I got this most amazing app on the phone that scanned the whole apartment and mapped it all out for me with perfect measurements, floor plans, 3D images. It's incredible. In 20 minutes, I have a full plan of the whole place. Unbelievable. But there's a lot of work to do. I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money.
I guess that is not a conversation that we have had privately. So is there some new? Do you want to have that conversation privately?
Sure.
Yeah, because
obviously
something new has come up that
something has changed. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'm just I know
he's moving to Prague, guys.
It's just there's so much money to spend just to make it sexy, you know, because me, I don't want just the minimum. I want nice stuff. It doesn't have to be super luxury, but I just want some sexy shit, especially the kitchen has to be cool, So I know I'm gonna have to shift to AP or something.
You've had it, you've had it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'll just go. I'll stick with my with my I'll stick with my Seamaster.
I mean, you have 2 AP. Maybe just let one of them go.
Mm-hmm.
It'll certainly buy you it'll get you the apartment of your dreams. That's for sure.
Well, I have 3. One of them's over with.
You have 3 AP?
Yeah.
I thought you just had the black Royal Oak, the offshore, and what's the other one?
I have the green offshore, the black offshore chrono.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And the regular Royal Oak chrono. The other one's over with Simone. It's at a store, and I kind of went, listen, if you get a badass offer for it, take it, you know.
Oh, okay.
So he's kind of watching.
Well, there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly somebody's going to want that thing. Eddie, Saoirse Ronan is a daisy. She was pronouncing Irish names. I saw that. It was years ago, though. Isn't
that was
hilarious?
A couple of years ago.
But it was great, though, because she goes, Oisin. Tyke.
She says it the right way.
Yeah, she does. Well, she should. You know, she's born in New York, too.
No, she was born in New York?
Yeah, she was not born in Ireland.
Jim Patterson, don't sell the AP. Well, do you think I should sell the gold sub?
Oh.
It's, you know, I'm going to need that extra 30 grand to give myself the proper leg room on top of what I have.
He's got two. He's got three. I thought he had two. He's got three. Let one of them go. Which one do you like the least? Which one would hurt you the least?
I don't know. They all hurt now. They all hurt. Everything hurts.
Everybody.
But then one chap in, I think it was Kyle in my audience, was saying, let the gold sub go and come back and get one of the newer ones, the larger size ones later if you miss the full gold. That was an interesting.
He's forward-thinking fella there.
He's forward-thinking.
Kyle Pena. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart. Yeah, thank you. Let me give you a
But then Anya will be like, damn it.
Yeah, because you're supposed to give her that one, right?
Anya's waiting for her brother to have an old-fashioned heart attack. So
here's what I have to say to that, Anya. Machine will give you a watch. She's just not giving you that one.
I was nearly going to give it to her. Emma was wrong. I meant the other night. He's like, oh, she couldn't wait to get that watch back. He's completely wrong.
Oh, no. Your mother was the one that intervened.
It was Jer. Jer was like,
give it back to Sheen. Your brother.
She had the thing for days. And I was like, you get me drunk enough, I get generous and stupid. I'd be like, whatever. Here's for all the years that I the pain in your ass. You know, there's payment for all that. You know, but yeah, whatever.
And then Dana would have said, "Where's my Jen Aniston?"
Yeah, Dana would have been like, "Where's my gold watch?"
And now she's talking about Omega. I'm like, you know what, girl? You can talk about Omega all you like, but the Jen Aniston is definitely the watch you've always wanted, and you know. Stallone and Cruz, Joe LaFaro says, met them both. They're both short. Yeah, they're both. Well, Cruz is like 5'7".
Yeah,
I don't know how tall Stallone
is very short. Also,
is he?
Yes.
I would have thought he was at least 5'11".
No.
Really?
He's 5'7", 5'8".
Wow.
Yeah. All these people are short people.
Short people got no reason. Remember that song? Randy Newman. It was a huge hit in the United States. Short people, and people went crazy. Short people got no reason to live.
Oh God.
Randy Newman. AP. I don't know that crazy Kidman movie Oisin was talking about that sounded like some interesting sex scenes, maybe not for great reasons, but interesting nonetheless. Now, that is a woman that you do not want to see having the rides, because she's like a archaeologist discovered a bag of bones.
The sex in that film is part of the story, though. Okay. Even it is an integral part to the story. It's not gratuitous to show us the sex, because the sex is the whole point about her disposition. She's messed up in her head, you know, and that's the whole point. So they have to show it. You know what I mean?
Right. I get
and it's not sexy.
Yeah. They're okay. Yeah, it's not trying to be erotica. Yeah.
No, it's disturbing.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's intentional, unlike, Madonna doing sexy videos when she's an old bag. Right. And gross. Time to unwind. £1.99 coming off the GLPs. You lost 65 pounds. Hey, man.
Jesus.
Congratulations.
What's your secret?
He's on the Ozempic GLPs.
Oh, he's on this Ozempic.
Yeah, that's what that shit is, GLP-1. Everybody should do it. Why not? What? We'll have a healthier population of people, obesity. Wouldn't it be great if it was? I'm all for it, because I know a lot of people who did it, and like the jury's out of long term and all that stuff. But so far, I don't think very many people, if any, have died from it. And also, just think about the diabetes and all the
Yeah, it's not just the
presence.
weight loss. There's tons of other advantages. It
So
youthifies you.
it does. It makes
Yeah.
people younger.
Yeah.
And then you get off of insulin, all these other crazy things, that blood pressure medications.
I know, it's just because it's delivering such great results that people need to feel that there must be a conspiracy, there must be a downside, there must be a problem. You don't get free lunch ever in life. So people are coming out with all sorts of fear mongering about it, but so far I don't see any concrete evidence for that. All I see are benefits.
That's all I see too. And Time Tone One, congratulations. Let's give you something for that weight loss. Let's give you some cowbell. Isn't it very interesting how I've had absolutely zero glitches or weirdness tonight? Because I pulled out all the variables. What was plugged into my computer? A bunch of hard drives, lots of USB things.
I have no comment.
So, hey, spend $2,000 for no reason.
Talking to you is like banging your head off the same wall. You'll never listen to me when I say that stuff. You have your own road, which has proven itself to be fantastic in many cases. So I can't knock it. Because sometimes you turn around and go, oh, yeah, I fixed that monitor, that screen issue. I just took out some weird cleaner and fixed it. And I'm like, oh, wow. I would have never thought about that. But
no,
yeah,
I've
been telling you to remove variables for how long?
I just didn't think that, and I 100 billion% agree with you. Because when you said that to me the first time, I just went, huh. Wow, that's definitely, because at the end of the day, what's usually the problem is probably that USB cable. It's always a cord or something, your guitar lead, especially we've been on tours and things, and like something doesn't work. It's that guy's job, that tech guy or that roadie guy, to figure out exactly what the problem is. Like the guitar's dead. If anybody's ever seen, there's a great video of Steve Lukather from Toto, who's a big guitar hero to people, and he starts playing Rosanna and his guitar goes out and his tech comes flying in, tries to figure it out, and it took him about a minute, but he's good. It looks like a cartoon. He's throwing stuff around, and it was, at the end of the day, tiny little cord. But this particular thing, I didn't think I had that many things plugged into it. I'm just amazed. But this is a bare bones, so yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You're right. It is variables all the time. Yeah. Joe LaFaro, Roger Moore's double entendres always came off as vulgar. You know what they came off as old, creepy pervert to me.
Is that old a new way to spell entendre?
Yeah, well, it's okay. Entendre.
That's fine. That's an anglicized entendre. I like it.
It is. Yeah. The girls were always so young, and he was just an old. First of all, there's nothing sexy to anyone about Roger Moore. He's this, concave-chested, smooth, just nothing. He just looks like the creepy old guy at the end of the bar, and he always had these.
Let's get to these super chats faster. Because,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You don't want to sit around waiting for your super chat to come through. If we go through every comment.
Send money now, $10. Just checking in to see if the hair grew back. And Dirk, I will check in next week. Still too short. Ciao. So,
you still look good. Oh, you have a fucking good head, man. You can do that. You can pull. I can't pull that off. You look good like that.
You just got to try it.
Nah,
this is, by the way, just so send money now. I've buzzed my head 3 times since I've buzzed my head, so I'm keeping it short for now. Let's get into summertime. Yeah. Summertime. I can't wait for the shorts. I can't wait.
Nathaniel sent $20.
Hold on, let me give a big bang boom to that. To no big money now. Let's go cowbell. And Nathaniel Hannon, $20. You're the best. Super sticker.
You know what? I'm looking forward to seeing Nathaniel here in Venice soon. He's coming over.
Great.
Because I want to hear what he thinks about the new Pope. I want the full, because of course he's going to have a very strong opinion about that.
And the knowledge to back it up.
Well, certainly, but I'm just curious what he thinks. But yeah.
He had a lot of great Ratzenberger stuff back in the day.
Look, somebody's made a clip of the scene already from Lost in Translation, and they've called their account "Lip My Stocking."
You are fast and amazing.
There's probably 20% growth at least in banned channels. Oisin. What does he mean?
I don't know.
Dirk doesn't do that. He doesn't. He's picking on me because I ban channels. There's some thanks for the quality content here. Lip my stockings.
Lip my stocking. Hold on a second. Lip my stocking. Thanks so much.
Lip them.
I didn't give Nathaniel his Bing bag. That's a huge super chat, Nathaniel. I lip my stocking. Thank you so much for that. We're going to give you everybody's. This guy's got a name now. His name is Roger, and he's the cook. He's British, and he sits in the corner.
Sorry if I'm pushing things ahead, but I just feel like when people pay money, I feel like they shouldn't have to wait around too long.
That's very, very true.
Nathaniel, $5. Is Oisin's flat renovation complete before I roll in? No, I'll be in the mid. I'll have paint in my fingernails probably when I see you. But
so is this an imminent thing now?
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, we'll talk about it after the show. Okay, yeah. Paul's out getting. I had no wine other than that $300 Jim Lassick wine, which I'm not opening right now. So Paul went out to run errands, and I said, "Go here, go get some wines." So I'm just drinking coffee and Diet
nice.
Coke
I'll open a wine with you
when he'll be back in a couple.
I haven't had wine in a week. Tracy,
hey Tracy Ferris, thanks for that, Tracy Ferris. That's awfully sweet of you. No question, Tracy Ferris. Well, give us a hit the gallery with something, and I'm going to give you. Tracy Ferris, let's go with the Monks. Thanks, Tracy Ferris. I've got to make a couple of new ones, and I realized that I got to do the old Meow Mix. Did you have Meow Mix in Ireland when you were a kid? If the jingle went meow 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 meow. It was this. It was the most annoying thing ever in the universe. And it was a commercial that was on incessantly. And it was the food that all the cats wanted. It's called Meow Mix. And that was also the name of a very famous lesbian bar in New York City, Meow Mix. How about that? Joe LaFar says, the blue on the aluminum bezel sub is prettier than the ceramic. Preaching to the choir. I'm not a ceramic.
I know.
Never been. Never been.
Me too. I agree. That's one of the reasons I'd hesitate with that. Mart for British pounds. That's like $600.
$600 US. And look at beautiful Bronson. Hey, buddy boy. Big speed. Let's go. Oh, you know what? I've been very bad with Gong Woman 1. Gong Woman 1.
Wow.
Tracy Ferris says, come on, everyone, let's super chat. It's Friday, and this conversation is better and cheaper than going to the local pub. Aw, thanks, Tracy. That was very sweet of you.
Who is Tracy? I don't know Tracy.
She's a new, she's been on the show for a couple weeks now.
Is she cute?
I don't know. She's never had a picture there. I have no idea. But she's been a regular on the show lately, and she always has something funny and smart to say. Nice. And so thanks, Tracy, so very much.
Says there's only 1 degree of separation between himself and Leo, the 14th. You see? That's what I'm thinking. Like, he probably has some scoop. You know what I mean?
You know that I'm gonna have to fly to Venice just so I can sit at that table.
Yeah, so you can hear.
I want to hear that whole story.
Yeah. So far, I like the new Pope. I like him as a person.
What's not to like?
Yeah, I like him.
And his brother is like Snagglepuss. Like, I couldn't believe my brother was. He's just. But Paul goes, "Did you see the Pope's gay brother?" I said, "How do you know he's gay?" He goes, "Just watch the video.
Just watch. Just use your gaydar."
He's like, "So my brother was first." And I was like,
"Oh God."
Hey, Chris on the Upper East Side, for Meow Mix the bar. Meow 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 meow. I mean, they always the lesbian bars always had the most clever names. They always did. Every time you go, it's funny about like you go to a gay bar, there's gay dudes, straight guys, lots of women.
Yesterday, Rife was such an easy game to play. Global seems so far away. Oh, I breathe. Yes. How funny.
Yesterday.
Oh my
Yesterday.
God, that's genius.
You're unbelievable.
Oh my God.
That's fucking hilarious. And you just made that whole I don't know how to make up fake how to make
They
quick
have loads of
profiles.
them. Yeah,
How do
they
you
just
do you
add
have
an
to
extra
sign in and
account.
sign out? Do you have to sign in and
Oh,
sign
they
out?
add an extra account. Yeah, they've got to sign into that. They do it. Listen, these guys have 20 of them. Like they just go between them. They make temporary ones. It's pretty fast though. Lip by stocking. That's genius.
For those three hilariousnesses, I'm gonna go with. Well, here's for Joe LaFaro. Isn't there something incredibly sensual about that woman?
Yeah,
She's outrageous. For Lick My Stocking, I'm going to give you the other cowbell. Everything's working just fine today. Everything's just not a problem. Let's go with Roger. Roger, sit in the corner, Roger. Tyrone's coming over. And Hippie PA, Forza Juve. What's the favorite team in Venice? Like he gives a shit about sports.
Well, it's the Venice, whatever they're called. They're called Venezia, right? They're getting pushed into Series B now. They're not performing well. They were in Serie A for the past year and was big celebrations, but now they're not performing well. I think they lost the match the other day as well. So yeah,
it's just like NFC Richmond. Just Ted Lasso, that team just would get there and then get demoted. Get there and they get demoted.
I never watched that show. Yeah,
it was the perfect show. It's a shame they're bringing that show back because it definitely.
There you go, Venezia. I knew it was called Venezia.
Oh,
They're called Venezia.
Axel Bashaw. I like your name, Axel Bashaw.
It's so weird with friends here because they're like, "Oh no, tomorrow I can't make it. I'm going to see Venezia," and I'm like, "What? You're going to see the city we live in?" Like. It's a weird reference, but yeah, that's what they mean. Well, there's like special boats, like bateos that bring them out like 3 or 4 at a time, and they're all cheering, they're all drunk and yelling.
Oh, so they just
hear them going. They're going out on the Giudecca.
Oh, is that what they do?
You can hear them all cheering, yeah, because it drops them off over by the.
Where's the stadium?
The stadium's over at the end by St. Helena. Beyond Jardine, last stop before Lido.
Oh God! I walked. Oh, is that the stadium?
It's over there. Yeah, it's the stadium over there. And
I actually like that
hear them all the way from here.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's lovely over there. If you have a dog, that's where you have to live in Venice. That's where you should live if you have a dog.
Because there's a lot of greenland.
Because there's greenery and they can run around and be a dog. Otherwise, you're going to keep them in these little narrow streets. It's not
I mean, yeah, that's definitely. I'm joking when I say Beazle, baby. That's a Archie luxury thing. I say bezel. I just say Beazle because it's an old Archie luxury thing. When I started getting into watches and watching this whole thing, he'd always be, "Look at the Beazle."
Yeah, it's just his
it's an Archieism. It's a tip of the hat.
Tim says it that way too. Yeah.
Because it's funny. I love when people do say when some people have funny pronunciations of words. Yeah. Sometimes it's fun.
Archie's full of them.
Yeah, Archie's full of them. Listen, man, he's the original. He's the GOAT. He started the whole thing. So fucking, I don't know if anybody did it before him. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe he did. Hippie PA. Wondering if locals favor a larger team too. I don't know. I mean, Europeans are crazy, man. They're very. Joe LaFaro says it's a cursed as a soccer team. It's hard to play soccer on the water.
Yeah.
The Emilia Romagna Grand Prix is happening this weekend in Imola. Wow. Where's that? Imola. How do you say that?
Imola.
Imola, right? Yeah. I always ask Paul whenever there's a word that I've never seen before, and it could go either way. Most Americans will go Imola, but and I always go, it's probably Imola, right? Sometimes he'll be like, no, it's that. And I'm like, well, what's the reason? He goes, I don't know.
My favorite is when people say Veneto. I'm here in Veneto.
Do you know who I caught saying that? You ready for this?
Sure.
Stanley Tucci.
He said Veneto. I told you my theory on that guy is he knows fuck all about Italy and Italian cuisine in particular. He actually doesn't have a fucking clue. That's my theory.
Because he made spaghetti with chicken in it.
Yeah, and rigatoni with meat cubes, steak cubes. No one
No
in the
one in
history of
Italy would ever
Italy
do.
ever ate that ever.
Yeah, his show's coming back now, so he's doing a lot of promos. And yeah, listen, we were all big Tucci fans. There's something very smug about him now that I'm not digging. That he thinks he's now this culinary, the zeitgeist. There's something about it I'm not digging. And I've never heard him speak Italian, so I don't think that he does.
Oh,
have you ever heard him speak
really?
Italian?
I don't know. I've not. No, I don't watch him.
You didn't
So
watch
he
his
doesn't
show?
speak Italian?
I don't think so.
Wow, for fuck's sake. So basically, he was born out of the vacuum that was created when Bourdain died.
Oh,
Bourdain
100%.
passed away, and they were like, oh, we need some celebrity with charisma to do a travel thing. And they just grabbed him by the short and curlies and went, pretend you know anything about. Ugh.
I mean, it turns out his family spent a summer in Florence when he was a kid.
And now, how do you say aubergine? No, or what was the thing? The Ilaria Baldwin, cucumber, or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh yeah, how do you say cucumber? How do you say cucumber in Italian? I don't.
We say cucumber, but it's not correct.
Oh, that's Finese.
Yeah, no, it's kind of New Yorkese.
New Yorkese. It's New Yorkese.
It's. I never say cucumber in Italian.
No. Do you enjoy cucumbers? Do you like them?
They're not my favorite thing.
Hmm.
They taste like dirty water to me.
I make cucumber salad, and
hey Siri,
it's nice. There you go. Siri will tell you.
How do you say cucumber in Italian? Cetriolo.
Cetriolo. Paolo.
That's what I just said.
Oh, he said it already. He goes, that's what
he just said. Cetriolo.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I've had phones on. Where's that wine at? Where my wine at? Believe. Here's one. Where is the money, Zelensky? Guys are fucking funny. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah. Hello, baby. That's what we're talking about. Nice. You got a lange.
Everything's in reverse.
It is.
You got a lange Nebbiolo.
Yeah.
Is it Nebbiolo? It's Nebbiolo.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Great.
Hold on. Why am I mirrored?
We both have Nebbiolo. Because you've been mirrored for the past while. I just can't tell because you have a fucking perfect face. So, like,
I'm so symmetrical. Reverse,
you're perfectly symmetrical, you little bastard.
Look at how funny it looks like that. But I've held up things before and they've never been backwards. Have they always been backwards? God, I feel like I had a.
They haven't always been backwards because when Emmett would come on, he'd be sitting to the correct side. But recently, he was on the other side. He looked like a left-hand player. Didn't matter, but I know.
But so if I go into StreamYard right now and go mirror my camera, it looks like that, and it's never looked like that.
Well, I can't see when you say it looks like that. I can't see any change.
Did it not change?
No.
Oh, that's interesting. So if I hold this up now does it say?
I can't read it. No, it's backwards.
Oh, it is backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so that shit doesn't work at all. I don't know. Well, new things are coming, kids. He does
Dave
speak Italian.
Makes a very good point. Sorry, I missed it.
You go. Sorry.
134 watching and only 54 upvotes.
Upvote, kids. Come on.
What the hell? Scotty H, $10.
Hey, Scotty H.
What about Paddock?
I'm not a big fan of places where you keep horses at night. Well, those guys, I don't know why it really bugs me. But when I see, it's always the brotard douchebag watch guys that are in it for the trade and the money. It's not the guys that appreciate the watches that say fucking Paddock. Paddock. Isn't it such a brotard ridiculous thing? Yo, man, I had a lead on this Paddock, bro. It's always that. Nobody and guys who love the brand, they say, "Oh, I had a really great opportunity to buy a Patek Philippe." They always say that, but the Paddock guys are always those dickheads. But it's funny. Thanks for the $10 and the rant. God damn it. And I said, stay in the corner, Roger. Roger, stay in the corner. Look at this. All the things, everything's working tonight. It's so weird. So fucking weird that it's all working. I don't understand. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
Less work. You removed one of the screens, right?
I removed the screen.
So that was extra work on the graphics card just to be running an extra screen for one.
Boy. Oh, boy. Now, this thing can take, what, up to 3 4K screens?
Oh, you can do whatever you want with that new thing. Listen, the upgrade was unnecessary, but you know what? It is an old machine. It's time to move up to the next thing. Why not?
Well, yeah.
You know
I
what
mean, that's the end of it's the end. Of
I'm
the
using
story.
an old machine for my streaming right here.
You are?
PC. Yeah.
Oh, you used a PC, right?
And that's all it's doing. Its only job is to do the live streams. And I have the whole setup just ready. I don't have to touch anything. And it sits on the other side. My whole editing thing is on the other side. It's a whole other machine with a screen facing the other way with the same exact seat on the other side. I have duplicate facing things.
Oh.
Yeah. But I might reduce it down to 1 in the new place. We'll see. I have ideas.
I can't wait to have that conversation. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Thank you. Ching, ching. Ching, ching. Cheers, everybody. Everybody, let's all. Did you open up your wine yet? I'll wait for you.
I'll go get it. Give me
Okay,
1 minute.
he's going to go get it.
Yeah.
Ooh, it smells. We've had this one before. You're already drinking it, huh?
That's why I went to it. I knew. I remember. I liked it. I liked it.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to wait till Oisin comes back to open it up. Hey there, Shag Daddy Rocks. Hey, Patrick. How are you? You are more to the right today, but you usually left. Yeah. You know what it is? Because all the stuff is behind this computer. It's very fun, but everything's working. Dave Fahrenheit 451. I've never craved a Patek Philippe myself. I like the Calatrava, but I like vintage Omega. And earlier in the show, I was talking about an Oyster Precision, and that would be my choice over a Patek Philippe. Patek does nothing for me as a brand. I know they're great. I know it's the Holy Trinity, but I don't care. Not interested. For me, the best watch he's an AP guy. I would go Vacheron over Patek any day of the week, for sure. He's never had one. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It's not the same one. It's fun.
Almost though. Oh, you got a Barolo though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got a Barolo. Is that the same brand?
21 euros.
21 euros.
No, Fontana Freda is different.
Oh, how much was that bottle, Paul? 32 bucks
for Nebbiolo.
New York, hell of a town. Barolo's up and Nebbiolo's down.
I'm gonna do an episode. I had this thought this morning. I'm gonna go to Ipertosano outside of Vicenza and film a whole episode showing all the prices and do it on the price of eggs kind of basis and show everybody the prices of stuff just to make everybody sick,
Just to make everybody sick. Isn't that nice? Yeah. People don't realize that.
What'll shock people the most won't be the wine, because the wine, $1.99, you have a nice bottle of Soave or Pinot Grigio or whatever. But what'll shock people the most is the price of the water. Big bottle of water, 29 cents.
I mean,
because water is considered a necessity here. They would never price it high.
Water is considered a necessity.
Yeah.
Without water, we're dead.
Yeah, but what I mean is bottled water.
So can you drink the water out of the tap in Venice?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can't everywhere in the world,
That's
like Paul
true.
said that people don't. You can drink the Fenese water, but he says that they
no, water here is fine.
I mean, New York City water, we've been spoiled because it is. I grew up. Now, I lived in it. I grew up in a town called Jamaica, Queens, which oddly had its own water. New York City water is considered some of the best in the world, or it always has been. But I grew up with something called Jamaica well water, which was not the same thing. Look at that! Cheers. That looks great. Ching ching, everybody.
Yeah, it's all brown.
Yeah, this is super brown too. You have Barolo, so you got age in the bottle, baby. I forgot how much I love Nebbiolo. Oh, man. It's the Burgundy of Italy, baby.
Yeah.
Cheers, Bashers. Thank you also very much for being so great. and I can't wait to bust out all this new shit and have. Now that everything's working, I'll just return it all, right? And thank you, Laura. Thank you, Scotty Love, for the new Readles. He sent me another set of Readles because I broke one of them.
It's the best.
That was very nice of you. He's a sweetheart of a guy. He's going to spend a month in Italy.
Nice.
Him and his wife are planning on maybe moving there for good.
Wow.
Or getting a place and, having a crash pad.
There was somebody in my chat who's moving to Bologna. Is that the same person? I don't know.
No.
They're moving to Bologna. They got an apartment. They're moving.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was talking about Bologna. Yeah. Great town.
Jim Patterson says chartreuse, the only liquor so good they named a color after it. That's a very weird. You know what it tastes like? Pine.
Oh, really?
You ever have chartreuse?
No.
It's, it's French, obviously. Chartreuse.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I ever had chartreuse was remember when Colin was tending bar at that place on 2nd Avenue in Manhattan?
Uh-huh.
I went in to visit him. This is probably like 2003. And he said, "Have you ever tried chartreuse?" I said, "No." He goes, "I like it." And he gave me a sip of it and I went, "Ick." It's yucky. Nathaniel Hannon, $10. New York City water is brought in from the north through an ancient brick tunnels that could collapse at any time and aren't maintained. No one is doing anything to prevent the impending chaos. Sounds like an episode of Batman. We're all going to get poisoned. You want to kill the world? Poison the water system. That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
You want to get rid of everybody? Because we're made out of water. Poison the water system. Just putting that out there. Thanks, Nathaniel. And Lit My Stocking says, look up Rainbow River in Florida. My backyard, Rainbow River.
Oh.
What does that mean exactly? I'm going to give you I haven't done this in a while. $2. Boom. Well, listen to that. For you, Joe LaFaro. Can you make that sound again exactly the way you did it with the 2 notes?
This?
That's the way you did it? You did it before with 2, and I'm going to do something for Joe LaFaro because he gets all my little references. Anyway, you went. Yeah, I don't want you to break the glass.
2 bangs?
Yeah. The San Francisco treat. That's just for Joe LaFaro. There was a commercial here because I'm the king of 70s commercials and 80s commercials. There was rice. Did you have rice-a-roni in Ireland?
No.
Rice, well, because what would Irish people know about rice? It doesn't exist in Ireland. I don't think I ever tried rice until I was in my teens. So they had this package of.
Look, you said rice-a-roni already, Jim Patterson. He knows exactly.
Yeah, rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. It's a classic box of rice that came with a seasoning packet, and it was to make wild rice or spiced rice, and it was like to expand the American palate. But it was from San Francisco, and it had a trolley and the Golden Gate Bridge on the box. Rice-a-roni.
Nathaniel, you are obviously late to the show. You want to hear what Dirk thinks of the new Railmaster?
I think it's shite. More when you tune into the episode, I'm going to film about it because I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a whole episode on it. I'm going to do a whole history of the Railmaster because being a Milgausian,
do you have
makes
time
sense.
Tomorrow? Because timing is of the essence as well.
I mean, listen, I'm taking care of business with Rose's acclamation to being
I'm
home.
just saying.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll do it at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll do it 2:00 in the morning.
You could just, like you are now, just sit there and rant and do a few cutaways.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
To some photos, and
Yeah.
you don't have to go out and walk or make any music montages, or just talk about it because people want to hear people talk about it. It's important to strike.
I'll do like a 10-minute video, 10-12-minute video ranting.
Yeah, 8 minutes one.
Yeah, 8 minutes. Joe LaFaro for rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. Hold on. I'm going to get it for you all because it's going to be so great. And Ashim will enjoy this too. Why not?
Okay.
Oh, you know what they used to do back in the day? They had great jingles. They don't have them anymore.
Jingles were a big thing.
They were amazing. Right?
Yeah. For the radio and the TV.
And they employed so many people
Jingle writers. Yeah, it was a whole industry.
Let me find a great one. Rice
Jingles are a great way of getting people to remember stuff. You know, they leave their name, they remember a number 1877555. You know, they'd sing a number and you'd remember that fucking number. Be stuck in your head because they keep singing it over and over again. It's brilliant.
Okay, I found one. I'm not going to get popped for this because it's a fucking old commercial. Thank you. And instead of giving you a big bang boom for that, what am I going to do? I'm going to play the Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. There you go.
From San Francisco, famous for good eating, comes...
It did not play it.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. Rice-A-Roni, the flavor can't be beat. One pan, no boiling, cooking ease, a flavor that is sure to please. Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
Rice-A-Roni, a delicious break from potatoes, now in 8 sensational flavors. Now from Golden Grain, the people who know pasta best, here's new stir and serve macaroni and cheese.
That didn't work out.
One pan, no draining. Just add the rich cheddar cheese to that real elbow macaroni.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
America.
And serve. Golden Grain stir and serve macaroni.
Something Italians have never eaten ever.
No.
Macaroni is just unheard of here.
Rice-A-Roni.
That's really
San
cute.
Francisco treat. Yeah.
What happened to those voices? Now the new macaroni, where did those voices go?
It's
don't
all
have those
dead.
voices anymore.
But how about that jazz arrangement? Did you hear that great drumming and the bass playing? It was
Yeah.
like what? That was like they got a bunch of jazzers in there. It's probably like
It's
one of the
big band,
top
yeah.
guys ever. You know,
Yeah.
it's half of those guys made all their
Like
money.
what we
from
have
their-
for Watch Fashion Police. By the way, I put our Watch Fashion Police episode up live.
Oh, I
today.
haven't seen it yet because I was downstairs the whole.
It's
day.
all in 4K. It took
Oh.
forever to render and forever to upload because it's an hour of 4K.
Wow.
Because all our feeds are 1080p each, so they're all pretty high quality each, on the screen. But anyway,
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Nathaniel Hannon, I'd like to buy the world. Actually, I'd like to teach the world. That's how they ended Mad Men.
yeah,
That was the end of Mad Men.
such a famous commercial.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly love to be. 'Cause if I was an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me. Boom, boom. I know them all, baby. I remember I sat in front of my parents, flopped us in front of the television, and we just absorbed all that shit. I can't remember things that happened 5 minutes ago, but I can remember all that shit. Oh, here's another one. My bologna has a first name. It's Oscar. My bologna has a second name. It's Meyer. I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I say Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA. Stuck in my head forever. That's right.
That means Lip My Stocking is of a certain age, probably.
I think we're up the same tree, my friend. Lip My Stocking.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Tim Curry album title. Lip My Stocking. Doesn't it? How'd you do, I? Of course, I'm a pepper. He's a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? That was a huge one with David Naughton, who was like when they made a Saturday Night Fever a spin-off TV show. He was the Tony Manero man, I could Tim G. I could go over 2 all beef patch, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. I know them all. Stump me on that shit because it's probably not going to happen. But big bang booms for all those little super chats for that. Thank you so. Oh, who cares? Who fucking cares? But thanks. I'll give you the cuckoo clip.
Jesus. If cocaine was a person. Dirk. Just, oh my god.
Imagine if I tried cocaine.
Oh my god.
It would be the worst thing that
It
ever
would be
happened.
like fast
to anyone.
forwarding a video. It's exactly what it would be like.
Would be so fucked up. The worst thing is when people on cocaine talk to you and they think they're really interesting.
Interesting, and they're not.
Oh my God.
This is why we drink booze, as the great Christopher Hitchens said, it makes other people less boring.
Yeah, it does. Isn't that the truth?
When you're off the booze and you're standing in some party or some room or in a bar, God forbid you're in a bar and you're not drinking and you're having Coke or water. Mother of God, everyone is so boring. Nothing is interesting. So you realize that people are actually really, really boring, and booze exists for a very, very good reason. Aaron O'Malley just home with a beer and Amadeus. You watching the movie? Or you
We watched that last month.
Are you listening to
So great.
Wolfgang?
Oh, you're listening to Wolfgang. Man, I know we're big fans of that film, but they came out with that new version of it, which I thought I was watching, but I wasn't. I was just watching the regular one, and it was
There's no new version. It's
there
just
is.
Yeah, but it's just like fixed image, right? They just updated. They just did a 4K scan.
They
or an
scanned
8K.
the shit out of it. It's supposed to look
Right.
unbelievable. All right. Well,
But they didn't change the edit or anything.
I
did
don't
they?
think so. There are 3 edits of that film.
Yeah,
There's a couple
that's
extra
right.
things.
Yeah.
It's just, F. Murray Abrams. First of all, Tom Hulse,
Mhm.
maybe one of the greatest robberies in the history of awarddom, and the reason was because they put both of them in the same category.
Yeah, but
That's not fair.
Murray was better.
No.
He was a bigger role.
He's best actor. They should have
Yeah.
put Hulse in best supporting actor,
Oh,
but because he was Amadeus, they didn't.
they
And
didn't.
that was he should certainly not have been best. He is the supporting player. It's F. Murray Abrams' movie.
Yeah, it's
course
such a
it is.
large role.
Ugh, and
It's huge.
my God, he's genius.
Whereas Tom Hulse's role it's one note. It's done very, very well. Yeah. God. Jesus Christ! It's 1:30 in the morning.
But that's what he does throughout the
Stab
whole
myself
thing.
in the face with a spoon. Good God.
Cocaine would
Can
actually
you
have
just
the
drink
opposite-
more of that wine to slow you down? I don't know how many coffees have you had before you came?
I had
You're
to
going
go
at
pick,
400 miles an hour.
I had to
tonight.
go pick up Rose early in the morning at the hospital, and then we got
It's
home,
exhausting.
and then all that stuff. Then I made lunch, and
Can I be honest with you? When I reposted the Watch Fashion Police, I did take some parts out, and I had to take some of you out
because I don't shut up.
because you don't, which is what you're there for, of course.
No, I
But
know.
just pare it down, like the eyebrows, cut them down, just tweezer them a little bit.
Sure. Hey,
And
listen,
just
I get it.
more Michaela, just as much
Listen.
Michaela as possible. Just put her face on the screen as much as I can.
Listen,
get
I'm
the
the
views.
Ethel Merman of YouTube. I get it. A great director knows how to make the right edits.
I know.
I get it. I'm not precious about me at all. I'm not, and even in music and stuff, I've never been precious. Like people don't want to get rid of it. I'm all for the editing when it's
You deliver
what?
180%, and I just pare it down to 100%. That's
It's
all I
fine.
do.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not precious about stuff, and you know it. Constructive, and when somebody tells you something like that, some people will be like, "Well, fuck you. I'm there putting my fucking on the line, you asshole. I'm starting my own network. It's gonna be J Bashers or K Bashers or D Bashers. Fucking a sheet of mouth. Fuck. Who cares? And listen, I do have an off switch, but that's usually called sleep.
Sleep.
Uncle Meridian was watching on 2x speed to catch up. I'm in real time now, and Dirk is still going.
Thank you for saying that, Uncle Meridian. There's only so much I can say. We have a friendship going here. I can't fuck it up.
That's okay.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm a caffeinated person. But thank God I've never done drugs. Thank God. One,
Yeah.
I'd be dead because my heart would have exploded years ago.
Well,
And
if you
I-
smoked weed, you'd probably slow down a bit.
Oh, no thanks. I hate
The
it
cocaine
smells-
would be in the wrong direction. We have to pull it back, rein it in, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's all right.
I'm just gonna
the
slow
wine
it
will
down.
help. The wine will help.
Uh,
How's the language?
this is gorgeous. Is this wine not gorgeous, Paul? I'd love some more. I don't have control of the bottle. What? I don't control the bottle. That's fine. Because did I tell you what happened to me? We went out bowling over the weekend.
Oh yeah, with Emmett.
Yeah, Emmett.
Yeah,
And Dana and your ex-singer was there. Colin was there.
Joe, you all get drunk.
We drank beer all night, and guess what? I threw up the next morning.
Oh yeah,
And it wasn't like I got wasted or anything. We just drank beer all night. Pictures of dirty bowling alley beer.
Right.
And, we had fun. And by the way, I'm so old, Bashers, that my upper thigh and the bottom of me arse, I actually feel like I needed to go into traction because I pulled
You
something.
should go more often.
It's
you pulled
fun.
something.
Well, it's just going away now. And then it's been raining in New York City, and I just sorted out rows. And I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. I get into my vestibule. What's the first thing that happened? I slipped and it hurt again. Because, when you become an old man, shit gets fucked up. But anyway,
That's right.
I woke up the next morning and nobody got drunk. Paul had been like on the clock.
You can't get drunk off beer.
No, not
It's
really.
the best line in Hell or High Water with Chris Pine. The other guy, Ben Foster.
He's a genius. That guy. And a Scientologist.
He's drinking. Yeah, is he? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Pine's character goes, "I need you sober," and he goes, "Who the hell gets drunk off beer?"
That's right. Nobody does. And we didn't.
Line.
We didn't. And the bowling was like hot and cold. Strikes and gutter balls. Strikes and gutter balls. It was whatever. But bowling is fun. And there's one right around my block and I never go. But we went and we drank. And then we did the little Trivial Pursuit thing in the booths at night. And then I woke up in the morning. I said, I feel kind of funny. He goes, like, what kind of funny? And I said, I'll be right back. And I went in the bathroom and I freaking.
Probably the best thing.
Oh, it definitely was the best.
Throwing up is a really, really good thing to happen sometimes.
This is majorly amazing, by the way. This is really, and it's young. It's 22 years old in the bottle, but it's Nebbiolo. So
when you guys move here, you
back me up.
What's that, Paul?
So I was looking at it, and then Marco backed me up.
Oh, Marco was there?
Yeah.
Oh, smart move. This is, cheers, everybody. So I haven't drank since last weekend, obviously, and I don't really do that anyway. But yeah, it was the greatest thing. Because after I was done throwing up, I felt great.
Yeah.
And I went out and got us some bagels.
That's how it works.
With scallion cream cheese, which is, if you're from New York, that's what you want to get, kids.
I missed that.
Yeah. We have a new bagel store that just opened up in the neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we don't have great bagels in Long Island City, and we never did.
No, Manhattan is the bagels.
No, Queens and Brooklyn. Manhattan bagels suck. I'm
Murray's?
as a New Yorker.
On 8th Avenue?
They're still commercial. H and whatever it's called, H&H. They're good. Murray's is pretty good. Definitely. I know your brother loves them.
Well, you want Brooklyn because it's that stuff, yeah.
But man, I'll tell you, the best bagels, and I think this is, and it is not hyperbole in any way, shape, or form, but Paul grew up next to a place called Utopia Bagels, and every time I've tasted them, I said, wow, these are the best bagels I've ever had. And then over the last like maybe 10, 15 years, it's been in the New York Times and the New Yorker. The best bagels in New York are in Whitestone, Queens, and it's Utopia Bagels. And you know what they did? Now they have like 12 locations. They fucking.
What's your favorite bagel?
I like an everything bagel, and I love flat bagels. That's a kind of a new addition to the bagel world, but I love those flat ones because you can make a great sandwich out of it. And honestly, I'll eat a bagel with butter or cream cheese, fine. But I love a Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayo sandwich on an everything bagel and a cup of tea, and heaven for me.
Wow.
Paper thin.
I like an everything bagel, sure. But my favorite was the one with the raisins.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You and the fucking raisins. Rum raisin ice cream, which tastes like hairspray. Oh, God. I remember.
I love rum raisin ice cream, and I love what is it? The raisin something or other bagel?
Cinnamon raisin.
Is it cinnamon raisin?
Yeah.
And that shit.
They're okay. I don't mind them. I'll eat one. I'll eat it. But it's just like, of course, I was like, is he going to say the raisin?
It's kind of half a dessert almost, but Yeah, I wasn't a huge bagel guy anyway, because it felt like I was eating raw bread before it had been put in the oven. Like that's the feeling. It kind of is. It's chewy, and I was like, "This is 6 million carbs in this, so I shouldn't be eating
600
it."
calories in one bagel.
Right?
In a
Yeah, that was
plain
my.
bagel.
Well, when you look at the lads, I'm not going to say the word because I'll get in trouble. When you look at the lads, they're kind of pear shaped. It's all that bagel shit fills you out in the center.
You're not allowed to say fat.
No, the
Gotcha.
tribe.
Oh,
It's a lot of bagel consumption, and the fucking, they become pear shaped.
sure. But
It's
yeah,
just
well,
carb after carb. It's all
carb.
fucking fried
That's
fried
great.
potato. You've been at Velensky's or whatever it's called.
Veselka.
Sorry, I was way off. Samson,
But I knew what you meant, though.
You got it.
I knew exactly
And
what you
it's
meant.
all fucking fried potato and shit. Like it's
pierogies.
How can we
And
make
latkes.
carbs more greasy?
You've been out drinking all night. There used to be a place.
You want that. You want that shit.
I don't know that you made it to New York in time for this, but if you did, I'll be so grateful that you have a memory of it. Now in New York, after your gig or after you've been out drinking, there was a place on 2nd Avenue, and I believe it was 7th Street, and it was called the Kiev. Do you remember that place?
No.
It was a Ukrainian. Now we all say Kiev. Back in the day, listen. Everybody said Kiev back in the day until the war broke out. Now we all say Kiev. It was a place to go for mushroom barley soup, bagels, latkes, pierogies, all that kind of stuff. Like it was a after gig. I'm drunk.
When you've had a shitload of vodka gimlets, all you can think of is greasy fried potato and things like that for sure. I feel
with sour cream. You dip it in like an oniony sour cream dip. It's good shit. I mean, it's great. The Kiev was such an amazing place. Open all night. Look at Jim Patterson. It was 24 hours a day. It was right on the coast. Do you remember a store called Love Saves the Day? It's famous. It was like where all the hip village people went to, like girls just want to have fun.
You predate me by about
10 I know. Well, I grew up in New York. So this is, I mean, I grew up.
I like the fancy shit. I mean, I didn't do it for a long time.
If you were a teenager, though, you would have had to have done the village. Now, when we were kids, what did we all want to do by the time we were 12 or 13? We wanted to get on the subway and we wanted to go to the village. Why? Because there were music, people go smoke pot in Washington Square Park. It was a scene, and you went there to buy records and cool leather jackets. Yeah. It was where the youth went. Now,
if my daughter moves to New York for her career, she will wind up. She'll be in the village, or she'll be in Brooklyn and Bushwick.
We'll make sure she doesn't do that.
Did you notice, by the way, an indiscrepancy in Friends and Neighbors? This is irrelevant.
Hold on. An indiscrepancy.
So Sal, the woman he sells the watches to.
Yes.
With her old fucking right?
Yeah.
He mentioned that she was in Bushwick, Brooklyn.
Uh-oh.
But in episode 1, when he's trying to sell the Patek Philippe to the watch guy, and he's got his thing on, he's like, "Oh, Patek Philippe, Nautilus, great watch. I'll give you 180,000." That first guy he tries it with, but he doesn't have the box and paper, so
he sends them to Sam
to the Bronx. He says, "Go to this person's in the Bronx." So they fucked up in their writing.
Oh.
She was supposed to be in the Bronx, but now she's in Bushwick.
Oh, pilot. It's pilotitis. Yeah, that happens a lot in pilots. Do you know what I found out today? And I know you hate.
By the way, the shots of him pulling into her place, that's not Bushwick. I know Bushwick.
Oh, it's
back of my hand.
That's
not Bushwick.
Worst. You know who got it right? The only show I've ever seen get New York right, Flight of the Conchords.
Oh yeah,
they nailed it.
Where are they now?
I
missed them.
We saw them in Forest Hills at the tennis. We went. Paul took me for my birthday a couple years ago. We saw them live, and it was genius. They were amazing. It was a 2-hour live music concert, and we were peeing in our pants. It was so fucking funny.
I saw them in Radio City Music Hall.
So great, man.
Oh my God. I was in fits of laughter within
So
seconds of them coming on
seconds.
stage. Oh my God. It was
And you know what's crazy? Brett was funny too, or Brit.
Brit.
You know, because Jermaine is the fucking funny one, but
Yeah.
Brit was incredibly funny.
Brit is dry. Jermaine's
He's
the
so
fool.
dry.
He's the fool, and the other guy's dry.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, they're great. But man, did they nail the city? Like the way Chinatown, Little Italy, they got
Joel
over the olive tree.
My singer from my band, my ex-singer, he lives in that.
He's
He
always
practically-
playing
he's
there.
part of the furniture. He's
Yeah.
part of the furniture there.
If you want to go, I don't know what night he plays there, but he does a trio there. And
Last time,
he's an amazing
when I was
singer.
in New York, not last time, but the time before that with the doctor, we were down in that area, and he walked out of the olive tree. I was like, "That's so funny." He's basically
Did
he's
you
an
see
olive
each other?
off the tree. Well, he definitely saw me, but he avoids me. You know?
Did he?
But she saw him. She goes, "I think I just saw it." I was like, "Yeah, it's him." She
And
goes,
she'd
"That's
never met
fucking
him.
weird." No, she was like, "That's so fucking weird that he showed up." You know,
Because you shot his puppy.
he definitely saw her. She's like
Ev-
6'4".
Everyone saw her.
Yeah, she had her fucking fur on and her miniskirt and her 11-foot long legs. There's no
Yeah.
way he didn't see her.
No, there's
What's
no
that?
way he did. Joe LaFaro, thanks for the super chat. For the everything can we talk about a Bialy for a second, Joe? Because this is important news, especially to
What's a
Paul.
Bialy?
So a Bialy is bagels and Bialys. You know, like if you watch the producers, Bialy stock, it's a, you know, Bialys are a different version of a bagel. So when you went to a bagel store classically in New York, you'd either get a bagel or a Bialy. Now a bagel is what you know, and a Bialy is something different. It is lower, flatter, and it's got a hole in the center that only half a hole in the center, and it's filled with kind of like onions and poppy seeds, and they're delicious, and they are kind of browned on the top, and they're a New York staple, and they have been forever. But now it looks as if no one knows how to make those, Joe, because Paul loves Bialys more than bagels, and I do love a great Bialy too. They're delicious. And if I can find some machine, I'll send them in a freezer pack, and I'll ship them to you. They're delicious. And you're not a big bread guy because it's a lot less bread. If you like a bagel, but you don't like all the bread, it's way less. It's 60, 70% less volume of carbohydrates in it. And they're great. And they're oniony and delicious. But nobody knows how to make them anymore. Even Utopia Bagels, they make this kind of facsimile of a Bialy. But anyway, that's what a Bialy is. And thank you so much for that, Joe. Let me see. Like, I wonder if I could this is interesting enough. I know it's very funny spelling for Bialy. I spelled it right. Oh, wow. Look at that. I wasn't sure that I would. There it is.
Talk about like stuff going on the news. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Like, did you see the details on P. Diddy?
I have not seen
testimony?
anything about. Hold on one second. I just want to show Oisin this, and then we can talk about pantyhose and everything else. Just so you know, you've seen this thing before, right? Have you seen that?
Maybe.
That's a Bialy, and that's what it's supposed to look like. Anyway, enough. Let's talk about
There's
that.
nothing appealing in what I just saw.
No, I
I'm
think
just not a carbs guy. I don't give a fuck about all that chewy McTudertum shit. Just the flavor you're looking for is what's inside. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, no, I'm like, I don't want to talk politics. I want to talk like fucking P. Diddy. All the testimonies are happening at the moment. So every day there's like a court appearance and some witness and his ex-girlfriend, like what he put her through.
Oh. What's wrong with him?
Insane. First of all, he's a cook.
Oh, he is.
He likes to sit back.
You have to say cook.
Cook.
Because you're saying cook. Like I was thinking, oh, is he a chef?
Oh, he's a cook. Yeah.
Cook.
No, he's a cook.
Flatten that you out. Cook.
He likes to sit back and watch.
Fuck you. Cook you. Oh, that's what he likes, huh? Oh, that's his deal.
among other things, and he likes to pee on girls and stuff.
What is with the pee thing? I don't know. Do
That's
you get that?
weird. No, it's super weird. But what he put her, I don't know. Like people are all over TikTok saying, "Yeah, but why did she stick around so long?"
Because it's
I'm like,
Stockholm syndrome,
yeah.
victimization.
And she wanted she thought this was her path to a career as a solo artist.
Money.
Oh my
Why
God.
did anybody fuck Bill Cosby? Why did anybody fuck Harvey Weinstein? Why did anybody do any of that? And listen, I'm certainly not a victim shamer, and I will never be that person because these people went through terrible things. But listen, man, as a young gay dude in the city, I've been in situations where I know back in the day, I always had that Queen Spidey sense thing to get the fuck out of Dodge before shit got weird. And I always did. But a lot of people don't. I've had friends that were in the music business.
Definitely didn't.
No.
I mean, he would hire these expensive escorts in New York City. Gorgeous models who can't pay the rent, so they turn to this other dark world of high price escorting. I mean, he would just pay a bunch of them to, and he'd sit back and watch it, It's wild.
How does that?
P. Diddy.
Like, everybody has their kink, and even if you don't think it's a kink or a fetish, everybody has their particular. Like for Oisin O'Malley, it's long legs. He's a leg man. And Paul is too. Paul's always been a beautiful set of pins on a girl. Is he like because he thinks he lives in the 1940s? Look at the pins on that dame. Oisin O'Malley he'll do this if he sees a gorgeous girl with a beautiful long pair of legs. Everybody. Now, is that a fetish? Not really, because we don't think it's weird, because he enjoys legs. Some guys like wrists.
That's not kink.
No, it's not kink. However, those guys that want to see somebody get peed on think it's the same. That's where the disconnect is. They start to think that is a very demeaning, demoralizing. They don't see the difference. Because I saw an interview with him. I don't know why people getting all crazy. Like, some chicks like it. He said some chicks like getting peed on. Maybe that's true. Possibly. There might be people who enjoy
they have to be crazy, kinky girls. But,
I know lots of dirty gay pigs that would love that shit because guys are pigs. But I don't know.
It's a different thing.
It's a totally different thing. But
the
I
gay
don't know any girls.
Are going,
And Thursday. Yeah. Right. That's what they're saying. And I've seen worse than that in gay clubs. But because guys are sexual, animal, horrible people. But ladies inherently are not. So when he says a girl, I was thinking to myself, no, you're wrong. Maybe there are a few girls, but I think that the road to them thinking they like it is the road that you put them on, you scumbag cunt. Is you demoralize them, you demean them, you imprison them, you tantalize them with money.
She was imprisoned.
100%.
He would get her all messed up on drugs and stuff and put her in a room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty wild stuff. People are talking about it all over social media, and they have to kind of edit what they're saying because it'll get blocked. But it's all coming out.
What's the thing that's going to block them? What is the language?
Well, there's a whole other lexicon. I'm gonna tell the audience this because a lot of lads in the room are over 50 years old. If you want to say RAPE, you say grape, the fruit, right? Oh. If you want to say unalive someone, you unalive them. There's a whole lexicon of stuff you can have a whole conversation. If you take your average guy in the audience now who's between 45 and 65 and put them on TikTok, and they won't have a clue what anyone is saying because they'll be speaking in this code, but the code is trying to avoid the algorithm blockers. So there's a certain place in the Middle East that has been under occupation for 77 years. We call that watermelon because the colors of the watermelon are the same as the flag. So we say, they unalived 100 watermelons yesterday.
Oh.
Right? That's how you say,
What do you call the other one? Fake Greek flag?
You call it isn't real.
Oh, isn't real.
Or is he, right? There's a whole like lexicon, I've gotten to know now. Now I know all the code, all the shit. So I can listen to this completely encoded message because it's trying to not click the algorithm in to go, oh, I'm going to suppress that because that's, because Mark Zuckerberg said no,
Does anybody care what Mark Zuckerberg thinks anymore?
A lot, because the guy is presiding over Musk, Zuckerberg. A lot of them are presiding over that stuff, and your shit will get suppressed. There's a little bit in my video from yesterday, the post-apocalyptic. I can't even say that word now. It's too late. Apocalyptic video. I don't know if you watched it, but it's about that. It's about this watch here.
The Ottawac, I haven't watched it yet. I've just been rosed out of my mind right now.
Okay, so you might enjoy it, but
I will.
There's a little bit in there, and the views on the video aren't great, and they weren't great even from the get-go. 50 views in 3 minutes is crap for me, right? For a big channel, that's not good, right? And I was like, I wonder if, because the algorithm is getting very sophisticated these days, sees a lot of stuff. So, you have to talk and code a lot. And yes, Zuckerberg and men like him are
so this is just censorship.
over that.
This is Zionist censorship and all that bullshit.
Yes, and other types of censorship, certainly, yeah.
Eddie says 11-year-old watermelon was purposefully sent upstairs by Izzy. That means that the Israelis killed a Palestinian kid. That's what that means.
Well, they kill lots of them every day.
Well, sure, that's what that means.
They killed 100 just yesterday.
Yeah. Carlos Ragoza says,
and nobody gives a fuck.
No, nobody cared. No one cares. No one cares. So you have the right to defend yourself. Thoughts on James Comey posting shells with the numbers 8647? Now he's been. You know who questioned him? The puppy killer, the head of Homeland Security. Everyone's.
Did you see her being grilled by Congress the other day?
I did. Okay. Then somebody needs to 86 that cunt because she's a puppy murderer. She's she looks like a castaway. The girl that they didn't hire at the Satin Doll Strip Club. She's an absolute piece of shit, garbage human being. And James Comey, listen, whatever you think about James Comey, he said as his rebuttal, "I came upon it. I didn't create it. He totally did." But that's how revolutions start, my friends. That's how they begin. That's how they begin. And here's the funny part. Now all the people, the Zio freaks and all the conservatives, even everybody's favorite friend, who's the guy that talks like this? I always forget his name because I hate him. He's got the big conservative channel, the Orthodox Jewish guy that's got the big channel.
Smuley? Rabbi Smuley?
The biggest guy in the biggest
Shapiro.
Yeah. That guy is now Ben Shapiro. He's absolutely super against, not Ben Shapiro. Is it Ben Shapiro? The one with the thick black eyebrows?
Yeah, Ben Shapiro.
Oh, okay.
The guy with the squeaky voice.
Him. He is so mad at Donald Trump right now because he's taking Qatari money.
Yes.
By the way, I'll give you credit, Mr. Shapiro, for pronouncing Qatar correctly. He goes Qatar.
Qatar.
Qatar, yeah. All of a sudden, your guy, your golden boy, is like, you know what? Donald Trump will always go find the money. He'll always go take the money. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. You think he cares about you or Israel? You think he cares about that shit at all? No, he doesn't care at all.
So you want to hear something from back in the debates back in 2016? Just keep in mind that a $400 million plane is being gifted, right? Sure. It's the same against Hillary. Right?
$25 billion, Qatar, all of these countries. You talk about women and women's rights. So these are people that push gays off buildings. These are people that kill women and treat women horribly, and yet you take their money. So I'd like to ask you right now, why don't you give back the money that you've taken from certain countries that treat certain groups of people so horribly? Why don't you give back the money? I think it would be a great gesture. Well, because she takes a tremendous amount of money.
That was Donald Trump once upon a time, back at a debate in 2016.
Wouldn't that be great if he didn't do what he did? It would be like, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I would agree with him if he wasn't taking anybody's blowjobs.
If he said they offered me a $400 million plane, but I can't take it, in good conscience,
like Barack Obama did when people tried to send him a fruit basket, the guy wouldn't accept a single solitary thing. And
well, according to U.S. law, you cannot, if you're a public official part of government, the gift maximum price is $480.
Oh, is it that much?
It's $480. So they can give you a beautiful bouquet of flowers, or a little gift, or a bottle of wine, or whatever. They can't give you something significant. $400 million plane is in super violation. By the way, it's going to cost about $1 billion to bring that thing up to Air Force One standards, because Air Force One is built. It's one of the most sophisticated aircraft on Earth, right? Yeah. It's a control center. If World War III starts, they can operate the entire thing from the sky. That is, and it has protection for electromagnetic shock.
Sure, yeah.
Like there's no way this luxury. I'm sure it's lovely on the inside.
I just heard the seagulls.
Yeah,
outside your window.
They start.
Fuck me, that was loud as hell.
They start in the middle of the night. I don't know what it is. They group together and they create plans for tomorrow, who they're going to attack. So anyway, the $400 million plane, he just wants it for himself, which I understand. If somebody offered me a $400
million, keep it when he leaves office.
Yeah, he gets to keep it. But he wants to use it as Air Force One as a way to kind of say, "Oh no, it's not for me. It's for America.
It's not for America. It's for you." I mean, who falls for that?
But what disappoints me is like there's one thing about his honesty. Sometimes he says the loud part, the quiet part out loud.
Out loud, yeah.
Just say the quiet part out loud. I want the plane.
He wants the plane.
Can I have it, please? Just put it down in Mar-a-Lago for the next 4 years.
You can have it when you leave office.
Yeah, just leave it there.
Sure.
Don't pretend like this is good for America. It is not good.
It's not good for America. We're not allowed to accept gifts
over
like
that fucking thing.
Oh my God!
Have to go through every inch of that plane.
The steel and the aluminum, whatever material. It's a 747-8, so there's some composites in there. It's bugged up to the high heavens. Come on, you guys. Come on. It's so silly, and it's indefensible. There is no argument you could come up with to defend that. So just anybody who wants to write a comment or whatever, if you're feeling up to it, forget it, because it's indefensible. And it's not like, ooh, yay, we got him. It's just, what a stupid move, Donald. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. But enjoy the plane.
Alex, that is why they say hummus instead of the other. We say hummus, or we say the H group. That's what we say.
The H group.
We won't say the other word. Yeah. It's a whole lexicon. We get used to it. It's actually quite fascinating. But every now and then on posts on TikTok and so on, or sometimes on my rants on Friday night, I say these phrases, and some of you watching are like, "What are you talking about?" It's just our way to avoid the problem. Anyway, yeah, it's just kind of funny. The guy will go where the money and the fame is. And there's a great way to manipulate that. I mean, now there's talk of him getting a Nobel Peace Prize if he recognizes a certain little strip of land as a state. And he might just fucking do it just to get his Nobel, which will piss BB off. There's another thing. We call him BB. We don't say his last name, which is an invented name in the first place. Gotta say though, politics is real fun and interesting right now. It's been so fucking boring with Sleepy Joe. Ugh. Just the standard shit. Not that that's anything to really complain about. Politics should be boring. When it starts getting interesting, the world is in trouble. You want it to be all executive and clerical and academic. Then it's just regular civil servants doing their job. Shame of Girk. I'm out of the loop. Yeah, man, just get your ass on TikTok for 5 minutes. You'll catch up on it all. It's not hard. Unalived, watermelon, grape, SA. He SA'd her. Think of what SA stands for. Etc. etc. Oh my god. It's like a whole book. I should put it all down on the website so you guys can decrypt it. Joe LaFaro, Qatar has been trying to get rid of that plane since 2020. Since before, it's a 10-year-old plane. Yeah. It's not, I mean, it's younger than Air Force One for good reason. It's not a brand new plane. It's a 10-year-old plane. And there are 2 new ones being built by Boeing, but, you know, things are taking time. That thing is a miracle of fucking science for good reason. Does this guy take his position seriously at all? Like, if shit hits the fan, he has to operate World War III from the skies, and that thing has to fly for weeks and get refueled via, you know, jets that go up and refuel it. He has to operate the entire thing. That has to be the option. I don't know. Why am I, the fucking Irish commie living in Venice, taking his position more seriously than he is? Now we're in trouble. You know what I mean? Anyway. What are you gonna do? This is on my second Toscano of the night. Can you believe it? Nathaniel says the website is called the Urban Dictionary. So they have all that stuff on there. They've been around for years, those guys. That's great. It's just avoiding the algorithm. That's all it is, because the algorithm is watching. Meanwhile, the algorithm has probably already been updated for all of these terms, but what can we do? People trying to send out signals. I'm really loving this CN watch. It's pretty. It's nice.
Got a refill. This is delicious.
You went in and begged for one.
Please, can I sit in the corner and have some more wine?
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Please, sir, can I have some more? The cutest thing ever. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Do you know who the original what's the word I'm looking for? What the guy with the top hat? The Artful Dodger was?
No.
Who can I turn to when nobody needs me? Anthony Newley was the original Artful Dodger when he was 8 years old. How crazy is that? That guy's career was ginormous. Amazing stuff. That wine, it's like, I'm telling you right now that is the most perfect glass of wine for me at this stage in my life.
Yeah, because it's thinner, lighter. Yeah. When you guys move over, you're gonna be Barolo'd out of your mind.
Well, I mean, I've never really gone wine shopping there in that town.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure it's commensurate with the rest of Italy, probably. But, you know, they have a lot of wines. Le Marche wines are there too. Mostly whites.
I got this Conad on in Lido.
I love that.
$21.
You walk in, you make a left when you go in about 20 feet, and there's the wine wall.
They have this exact Barolo in Italy in New York.
Yeah,
I think it's like 60 or 70
yeah,
or
of course.
something.
It's how much was that?
21.
32. You got the Barolo, I got the Nebbiolo.
There's
It
a
just
big
goes to show
difference.
you. It's a huge difference, of course. And this, I can't imagine what that is like. This is gorgeous. I couldn't ask. It's so light and but it's still
When Nebbiolo is good, it's fine. It's just like good Barolo.
yeah.
What happens? Okay, this is it. When I was in New York, Nebbiolo was acceptable. Barolo was the good stuff. Over here, you get a Nebbiolo, and it's the Barolo level.
Yeah.
Then you get the Barolo. You know.
This is only 2 years in the bottle, so it's young, but yeah, a great Nebbiolo. During the pandemic, I bought a case or 2 cases of Nebbiolo. That really great stuff. I think you recommended or Paul recommended it, not my Paul, but Paul from the wine store. And man, that's all we drank through the whole pandemic. We sat out on the deck and just drank Nebbiolo every night and FaceTimed you and the kids in LA.
You can drink this stuff chilled, no problem.
Yeah, a little
It's
bit
in the
chilled.
fridge.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Yeah, on
Very
a
nice.
summer's night, if you want. If you prefer red to white, you
I
can
do,
have
we
this
do.
stuff chilled from the fridge. It's no problem. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
You can't
Yeah,
do that to a fine Bordeaux, you know, but you can
No.
do it to this stuff. No
For
problem.
sure. Hello, Dirk and Oisin and chat room. Hope you're all having a great day. Hey, Alejandro, great to see you. And of course, one of the classic photos of all time, but it's Sean Connery with a monster drink. Amazing stuff. What else, kids? We're 2 hours in. We start winding down the show slowly, unless you guys have. Has China dropped off aid to Gaza? Did they ever aid Gaza?
They did. They broke the barrier and dropped aid down from a plane.
Oh,
from
they
a
did.
military
China did.
plane. China did, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Zowie.
I
Huh.
know.
Who's mad about that? That should make everybody mad, right? All of those.
Did you see that? Did you see the hostage that was released the other day? The
Yes.
American.
That I saw.
You know, a lot of people in my feed were saying because he saw his family and hugged his mom and brother. He was really excited to see his brother. And one girl wrote to me. She goes, "I can't tell which is the hostage. Which brother is the hostage? Because he's healthy.
He looks good, yeah.
He's in good condition." You spend like 30 days in an Israeli jail, you're emaciated and beaten to hell and in shell shock. This guy's over 500 days in captivity. There's the other thing as well. Like, they're like, don't let aid in. All the aid goes to Hamas. It doesn't go to the people. Well, Hamas are holding your hostages. So surely you want Hamas to steal the food because it's going to feed your people.
Sure.
So what is it, motherfuckers? Anyway, don't get me started.
The thing that, well, I'm not going to get you started, but this little tidbit might. I think the most uneducated of the folks that absorb this material and buy into the bullshit is that they don't understand why Hamas exists or why it represented Palestine. And I always equate it to the IRA. The IRA did a lot of fucked up shit. Of course they did. Hamas has done a lot of fucked up shit, but desperate people do desperate things. And who raised their hand to say, we'll do it to make this happen. Now, when you talk about Palestinian people and you talk about them as only Hamas, that is a severe injustice. It's because these regular people had no representation and nobody to defend them. So therefore,
if Trump recognizes Palestine,
I mean, is that going to happen? Imagine if that happened.
I don't know, but if it happens, because the rumor mill is going,
Nobel Peace Prize,
and Nobel for him, so that makes him happy. Okay, because that's
he'd
an
love
ego
that.
boost. Oh, he'd love that shit.
I'd love to watch. You know what?
Tell us all about it forever and ever.
But I'll watch that speech. I'll sit and watch that speech. If that guy.
If he does that, that's the road to self-determination for the people. And Hamas are out of a job. They have no more.
They're out of a job. There's no reason for them to be there at all.
They can go home.
What is the IRA called now?
They're unemployed.
They're a wing of the Irish political system. That's all they are.
The IRA lost a job 25 years ago. They lost it. And that was that. So now you've no more reason to exist. So you disband. That's how you do it.
Right. Oh my God, it's Jocelyn, beautiful Bittenbender. Hi, darling. Late to the Friday night Basher party. Hey, gorgeous. We miss you in the chats. Having just returned, what an interesting life this woman has. Just returned from my second consulting trip to Qatar. Can you tell us how to say that correctly? Because Emma
Qatar.
told me, is it Qatar?
Qatar.
Qatar. I can
Qatar.
say that they are making huge investments in their healthcare sector. Interesting.
Well, yeah.
That's what she does, so she knows.
Well,
Great to see you, honey pie. Let me tell you right now, I reek of Happy Rouge right now. You beautiful lady. Thank you so much. She's one of the most, I told you that the demographic for my channel has gotten a little bit more female, which I'm grateful for.
that's great.
And it's people like Becky Brown and Jocelyn Bittenbender and Melly C and Carolyn. Well, Carolyn, the goat of the one who started it all. And of course, Robin's Bird. Do you have Robin's Bird on your show? She's amazing.
No, I don't have what was it, Tracy or whatever her name
Tracy Ferris. She's a newer iBasher, and she's been very vocal on the show, big contributor, and she's right up our street with politics and humanity and all that stuff. She's right in the lane.
Nice.
She's right straight down the lane. Yeah, and she watches your show too. She told me. She said in the show, I watched the Sheen show the other night, blah, blah, blah. So she does watch your show.
was.
You know? Shane McGee says he looked like he just got back from a holiday. A fucking holiday.
Yeah. The guy, he was all, I mean, he did not need medical attention.
Yeah.
You know, if you were in captivity, you were held hostage for over 500 days, you would need medical attention.
Yeah.
So they're all well fed. It's a terrible embarrassment because all the hostages so far. Did you see that female hostage kiss the fucking Hamas guy in the head?
Yeah, I mean it's a whole load of malarkey. Andre Livchun says, "Who's financing Hamas? Qatar. Who is
Qatar.
gifting the plane to Trump? Qatar.
Qatar.
Qatar." Now,
Money
here's the
talk.
thing. Bill, by the way, most people don't realize that Benjamin Netanyahu, through Qatar, has approved of their financing of that.
Yeah.
Because it just makes him look better.
Yeah, because it works.
Yeah, because it
You
works
need
for
the
his
enemy.
politics.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the most evil human beings in the face of this earth.
And the proof is in the pudding. Everyone who talks about this shit, especially in the States, it's Hamas. It's all because of Hamas. I spilled my tea earlier and it was Hamas. Hamas is everything. So they blame it. Yeah. So
there would be no
worked.
Hamas if you guys weren't dicks.
It worked.
wouldn't exist. Would never. Then desperate people do desperate things. And when
I went to the fridge earlier and there was a carton of milk and I opened it to see if it was stale or not, and it stank. I was like, oh shit, it's been
Hamas.
Hamas.
It's been Hamas. Yeah, I had some. You know what the worst is when you open up a ricotta. You know, because ricotta is not really cheese; it's like the byproducts of cheese. But it goes. You have to, when you buy a ricotta, it has to be fresh. So if you're gonna buy a ricotta, make sure you eat it. But if you have it in the fridge and you open it up, just you smell it and you go, "Oh, it's been Hamas." Immediately been Hamas.
Yeah, immediately,
because it's like it doesn't last 2 days in there. Everything, it's just become a ridiculous word.
Well, look at you and your computer problems. That's all Hamas.
Fuck me. My computer is working beautiful. My 2015 iMac has not had one hiccup tonight because what did I do? I removed the variables. It's the screen, the extra screen, my 27-inch Apple Cinema Display HD was probably just sucking up all the blood of my computer. You're right. That's what it was.
Or at least it tipped it over the edge.
I've had
the
not
thing has
one
a certain
single
capacity, and if it pushes it a few percent over the edge, now the problems begin to bleed in. Right?
I mean, what the fuck, dude? It's like, and I'm looking like right now. So here's my 27-inch iMac, and like I'm looking behind this computer because that's where I put the Dell. I can't believe I bought something by Dell, but there's like this much real estate. I'm like, wow, that's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it's so big and it's curved. It's really very sexy. Thank you, beautiful iBashers. This is
they paid for it, right?
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. The iBashers, everybody contributed. The incomparable Becky Brown PayPal'd the shit out of me and she never says specifically, and she says, don't credit me. She says this all the time because she's a humble, beautiful human servant. She's amazing.
That's
And
real generosity.
it's real. She doesn't want to be called out in any way, shape, or form. But, and I'm not saying specifically what she
I
did.
know a few other people like that.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I've got a couple of, listen, everybody gets to see what goes on in the super chats because, super chats are very visible. It's very transparent, but there are the PayPal folks and, my favorite Fox people that take care of all the local Foxes. And, you know who you are, my beautiful bashers. I'm not going to call you out. I'm sorry that I mentioned Becky Brown, but I love her so much because she's such a mensch. She's such a beautiful human being.
She's been around since the start.
She's been around since the start, and she always is trying to figure out ways to make Bashers more of a universal thing to get to a bigger audience. She loves animals. She loves fragrance, like Jocelyn, and like a lot of the bad. Listen, I get so many emails now. Like, I'm not a fragrance channel, but obviously, I know my way around fragrance. Oh, hey, Jocelyn, since you're in the room, is this one of your favorites? Because Rose asked me to bring this to the hospital, and I okayed it with the hospital, and they told me please keep it at home and give it back to her. This is by Van Cleef and Arpels, and this is called First, and this is one of my favorite fragrances for women, and this is what Rose smells like. This is her favorite fragrance, and this was created in 1976, and it is. A lot of modern day fragrance people will consider this to be kind of like an older lady, like a Chanel No. 5 fragrance. But to me, this smells so feminine and so beautiful. It's like daffodils and lilacs and aldehydes. But this is Van Cleef and Arpels. This is what Rose has worn since the day I met her. The first day I ever met her in the hallway, she goes, "Oh, hi, I'm Rose." I'm like, "I'm this Dirk, this Paul. This is our dog, Dinga." And I said, "Oh my God, you smell amazing. What is that?" And she said, "Oh, it's First by Van Cleef and Arpels," which is like, what a classy, beautiful lady she is. I thought you might enjoy that, Jocelyn, because it's a classic fragrance. Nowadays, everybody's wearing green apple and cinnamon, and this is what classy ladies in a cocktail dress smell like. What did the doctor wear? Do you know?
God, I don't remember. I know her fucking taste was crazy. Yeah, I don't remember.
Because a girl like that, because she's, in my humble opinion, the most beautiful girlfriend you ever had. She's fucking gorgeous. But she was so elegant in the way she moved, like a gazelle. I don't remember ever smelling a fragrance on her, but I would think she would be wearing one of the classics.
I do remember going through airports with her, and where you have the samples and duty free, she would spray the shit out of me. Because back then I knew nothing. I still don't know very much about fragrance.
You know more.
Even less then.
You know more.
And she would just grab stuff and go. And like, she would spray my clothes. Like, she would spray the hell out of me.
I know the perfect fragrance for Sheena Melly. I've determined it already because I know the man. I know the beast. I know what he looks like. I know what he smells like.
That's what she used to call me, the bestia.
Yeah, I know, the bestia. You need to just go, not get the Sauvage, the Christian Dior Eau Sauvage, the original. That is the perfect fragrance for you.
Is it available, or is
yes, 100% it is.
Okay.
It's the classic. It's from the 50s, and it smells like what a man smells like. It's you know what? You want to put a fragrance on a caveman? That's what you want, and I think that's apropos, don't you? Because you're a big hairy dude, and you're like, it's really
la bestia.
Yeah, la bestia. It's Eau Sauvage, and I'll tell you something. When growing up, my neighbors were Henri and Fanu François, my French neighbors. They their dad Jean, he was the most beautiful guy, and he had like fell out of a tree when he was a kid, so he had like a impediment. His fan was like that for the rest of his life. Because whatever happened in the 50s or 60s, and I used to walk into their bathroom in their house, and she wore L'air du Temps by Nina Ricci, and that guy reeked of Eau Sauvage. And you know what it smelled like? And he was a big, strapping, handsome Frenchman, and he just smelled so masculine, and it was Eau Sauvage by Christian Dior. I think you should go sample that, spray it on yourself, walk around Venice. Who sells fragrance now that whatchamacallit's closed?
But
Reading
there's a famous store here. They have all the stuff.
Not the Savage, not the Johnny Depp crap, because that's garbage.
Right.
That's
right,
modern garbage.
right.
Dior Sauvage smells like a Miami nightclub. Yes, Dirk, get the 100%. Eau Sauvage is magical.
Mhm.
I'll pull it up so you can see, because I'm dying for Sheen to get.
Shamrock Burke did $10 for Rose.
Oh, thank you so much. Give him a big bang boom while I pull this up.
Sure.
This is it, man. This is the one you want, baby. It's fun. This is the one you want. I know it's fun, right? This is the one you. No, I don't want the ad, you scumbag. I'll accept the cookies. That's the one you want right there. Beautiful bottle.
Okay.
Oh, Savage.
Great to see it. Okay.
Yeah,
That'll-
so that's the one, because the new one's blue and it's citrusy and floral notes, but it's got so much more. It's 105 US, probably 60, 70 euros over there, and it's amazing. Let's go look at the notes for that. Let me see. Oh, Savage. I want to get. I'm dying for a Sheen to get into a fragrance. It'd be like, oh God, I'd be so excited.
I have some fragrances here. got
I
my
know you do,
samples.
but you've never told me, oh my God, I found what I want.
Nah.
Never said it yet. So the accords for Dior is citrus aromatic, lemon bergamot. Of course, bergamot is one of the most beautiful things. Rosemary, caraway, fruity jasmine, coriander, coronation, and patchouli, but orris root, sandalwood, rose, lavender, and hedion. Though this is right up your street, man.
Okay,
I know it's gonna be.
perfect.
I'm dying for you to get into like find your signature fragrance, because I always smell you know me for 1,000 years. I always smell like me. I wear the same shit all the time, and it's like finding your signature fragrance is kind of a homey thing, like
Sure.
like part of your shower routine, and after you're all done you give yourself a little spritz, and you feel like I'm ready to go. And I will be so happy when you find that, you know, because I know it's like tobacco, cedar. You could listen, and here's the thing about you. A lot of people will look at you the wrong way because they don't really know you. They'll think cigars and whiskey, and then they'll go with one of these crazy Tom Ford oud wood things that's so dark and so woody and so drag you down thing. But people shouldn't do that. They should try I've always say people should test drive. Go. Everybody will let you spray it on yourself. Don't put it on the piece of paper. That's bullshit. Spray it on yourself and go throughout your day. But a guy like him who already is that, he is cigars and whiskey, and you see it, and he's a tall masculine guy, and on the hirsute side, you need to find the balance there, and the balance is like he needs to go find that thing out. And that's the beauty of fragrances. Sorry, Jocelyn, you got me on a thing because I love to talk about fragrance, but I've been dying for a Sheen to find his signature, or a couple of them. So what do you have on your shelf right now that you've been wearing that you like?
I have Brioni, I have Epic,
Well, shit.
and I have ESETE or AESTE or something. It's an abbreviation. All these samples that they sent me, like these brands that want me to spruik their shit.
Oh, people of fragrances are asking you to spruik?
Not brands, but like the people who sell the samples.
Ah,
They're like big samples.
wow.
I just use that and I try a different thing every day. It's fun.
Man, if one of those
It
fragrances
doesn't last long, though, I have to say. I don't feel like you can, like, within a couple of hours. I think it's pretty much gone.
Well, that's the quality of the fragrance, the sillage.
Right.
I mean, when you like Eau Sauvage, you're going to put that on in the morning with your general routine.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the afternoon, you might have coffee with a lady, and she might just go, he smelled great, to her friends, because she'll still smell it. That's the great quality of a fragrance. And that's why you can go parfum, eau de parfum, eau de toilette, like that. There's so many different concentrations. Yeah, Joe Malone. You know who wears Joe Malone? Your brother. Your brother's worn Joe Malone. He likes it.
Joe Malone, yeah. It's
Yeah.
popular at the airports.
It's modern.
See,
It's a modern fragrance. Not one of the classics, but everything becomes classic in time. I've smelled a couple of Joe Malones that are nice, and they're fine.
which is just
Uh,
British Sterling.
Oh yes. So when I was a kid,
Lost.
oftentimes you would get a kit. And Patricia Teague's going to know exactly what I mean by this. So for Christmas, they would sell sets: Aramis, British Sterling, Halston Z14, and British Sterling. They give you the aftershave, the fragrance.
Tanya makes a good point. $5 that maybe I don't smell it anymore.
That's true. Other people smell it when you don't.
Yeah, like after a couple of hours, I think it's gone, but maybe other people are getting it.
They are.
Very good point.
Unless you're wearing M7, then everyone is smelling. Acqua di Selva. That's an Italian version. That's 100% true. Where are you? I just missed that. Where did it go? Oh, Alejandro says I wear Eau de Fraiche citrus. It's a beautiful fragrance, and I like that a lot too. Doesn't work on me because of whatever my composition might very well be. Eau Sauvage was my standard in high school. It's such a great fragrance.
I like that he said addicting instead of addictive.
Yeah.
That there's a very big difference between addicting and addictive.
Very big difference.
Good word, addicting.
Addicting. Yeah, it's addicting.
Yeah, because addictive is chemical. By the way, I put on
There she is.
Yeah. Back to Bond.
That's the one, man. And look how perfect it is on you.
Yeah.
That with Eau Sauvage, and you're ready to go, man. So I was talking to Scotty Love earlier, who's planning on maybe buying a place in Venice. And you know where he says he loves to go most for drinks, but not dinner?
You're going to tell me, I hope.
I'm going to tell you, but I want you to guess, hotel-wise. Because what's the most beautiful room in Venice that you've been in so far?
Drinks and not dinner?
Yeah. Get your feel
drinks and not dinner.
Well, I'm not saying that, but he said food-wise, it was not as impressive as just having drinks in this particular room. He said he's had dinner there, and it's been food-wise, he's had way better elsewhere. But the room is impressive.
I'm lost.
The Aman.
Oh, I've never had food there. There's a restaurant next to the bar.
Yes. He said it's not.
I've never been in that restaurant.
It's he says it's the most beautiful room he's been in Venice. He loves it. However, dinner was lackluster. And of course, extremely pricey.
Well, everything's pricey. I've been in the bar next to it.
Yeah, I know that because I've seen those pictures and I'm like, holy crap, look at that room.
Yeah. Nice room.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you want, I'm going this week. I'm going to an osteria called Osteria Madonna, della Madonna, which is over in the Rialto Mercato area. It's historic, and they have moeke. You know what moeke is?
Yeah.
It's all traditional Venezia stuff. Moeke are the crabs, but they're so young and so small that you fry them whole and you eat them whole. The claw, everything. That's a moeke. Yeah. And you have it on a plate with polenta. And I've had it before and I love it.
That's evolution, kids.
Yeah. Like for you, they're never going to touch that.
Oh my God. Why don't you just eat spiders? Also, it doesn't smell the same to you as it does to other people on you. It doesn't smell. That's true. Of course it doesn't. That's
perception
why
is everything.
That's perception is everything. Travis. Hey, Travis. I miss you, man, when you're not in the room. I have a bottle of Sauvage EDT. Yeah, that's great. I've heard good things about the elixir. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. The Eau de Toilette is the classic, of course, but the elixir is pretty fabulous. The new one, the one that they make it's one of the most popular fragrances sales-wise in the history of fragrance is the Johnny Depp version of Sauvage, and it smells like an airplane bathroom. It's not great. It smells like CK1, and I don't hate
CK1. Ireland wear that. I
smelled
a lot of that in Dublin.
Right. I went to Met this week. Gorgeous lads there. Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I went in there like
I
a
got in an
fucking
elevator in a hotel in Dublin, and he was stinking way more than she was. And I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And he goes, "Oh, Sauvage, Johnny Depp, whatever." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh God!" I was like, "Oh, you smell great, man."
Yeah. Patricia Teague, as always. Of course, the only way to smell a cologne is when you're in. Listen, no one is supposed to smell you unless you're
Yeah, from 10
within.
feet away.
You know what? Yeah, you don't want to smell them. You know what? You're sitting across a table, perhaps, but when you lean in for a kiss, that's the killer, right?
You know what? Tim gave me sprayed some Aventus on me, Creed DG, in New York. I liked it.
It's the most overrated fragrance in the history of the world.
It is.
It's $700.
Oh, because of the price.
It's okay. My sister gave me a sample of she wears Irish tweed by Creed, and it is gorgeous.
I have that here.
It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous, and it has ciliage. It has projection. It has all those things that a fragrance should have. It does.
Mm-hmm.
Is it perfect for me? Not particularly, but I do like it. I can imagine that smelling great. Like Paul wears Chanel Antaeus. He's the only fragrance he's ever worn since the day I've ever known him. And you know what? That might work on you because Paul's a hairy caveman too. I mean, nobody's hairier than he is. And man, it might work for you because it's a masculine, super.
It would be nice to
fragrance.
find one fragrance, you know.
One. For me, it's M7. And Habit Rouge is my backup. And I love Habit Rouge because it's lighter, fresher for summer. But for me, YSL M7, nothing will ever touch that in my heart. Paul will only wear it. He only wears Antaeus by Chanel. That's his fragrance. That's what it is. It's hyper masculine. It's got a little touch of sweetness, just the right amount. But it's got all that stuff, like a little bit of patchouli, a little bit of sandalwood, a little bit of oud, all that stuff. And it's great. When you find it, the Aventus thing, listen, I'm not trying to poo-poo you guys. I'm just trying to give you from a guy that's been into fragrance for a long time. Creed to me, back in the day, was you would go to your favorite store, be it Saks or Bergdorf, or in Europe, you probably go to Harrods or wherever, and you would make your own fragrance. Creed was a custom manufacturer. You'd use a little of this and you'd kind of tailor a fragrance. Then they started making their own stuff. But when they came out, the prices, it was so insane. And Aventus is good. I tried it, but for $700, my God.
There's a place in, the Oculus downtown at the World Trade Center. There's a store there. It's British. I don't think it's Penhaligon's. It's something else.
Amazing.
And the fucking doctor dragged me in there one time.
Hold on. I'm going to give you a big bang boom. You know why I'm going to do that? Because you said Penhaligon's.
So
I'm so proud of you.
No, but I'm curious about Penhaligon's.
It's amazing.
But I was dragged into this store and it was all weird. By the way, there's one here in Venice that's specific to Venice, and they have weird bottles with skulls on them, and it's all it's Venetian only or whatever. All I remember is like her like going, smell this, and I was just like, everything was just too much to me. It was just, everything was too much and too strange and too bizarre. I don't know.
I mean, listen, and I have done this ad nauseum, so I'm not going to believe.
Maybe I just need to just submit, have some broad go, this is your smell. Shut up.
Stay
like
right
a back
there.
wax. Like it's painful and you need it.
I'm going to make your point, and I've made it before, but just hold the fort for 1 second.
Okay. He's so passionate about this stuff. This is his world. Meanwhile, how many women have I been with going, I love that you smell like whiskey and Guinness and smoke. I had so many girlfriends who would plant themselves right there up of my ear. You know when, right? I don't need to elaborate. And it was the natural smell of my stink, my sweat, and the natural, like, whatever's coming off my skin, that they would just, like, snort like cocaine. They never, and the whiskey sweat, they were like, that's what I want. I gotta smell like a flower. You smell like the beast.
Sure. You want the girls to smell like a flower.
But I never had, this is what I'm saying. This is what I was, as you walked away. You know how many fucking a lot of girls, they plant their face in there,
Mm-hmm.
and just snort that shit. The
Yeah,
doctor
you
was
see
the
what I
same.
just did? I went.
What? Yeah,
That's what you do. That's
just
it.
the natural sweat and the like. Neve, my older sister, would often say, "I love the smell of Guinness off a fella's breath."
Mhm.
And what's Carissa? Remember, she was like, "Oh, whiskey and cigar off a fella. That gets me
Well,
going."
of course, that makes girls horny. Marlboro Reds make people horny.
I didn't have
Well-
anything on that day.
It's the illusion.
No, it's kind of they're like they want the girl's got to smell like a pretty flower, but the dude can smell like a fucking basement. And
But
they
nobody
love
wants.
that.
At the end of the day, like there are also, we talked earlier about fetishes and people into weird stuff. There are people who are also into, dirty geese and bad BO and all that stuff. There is.
I'm not.
No.
That's weird.
Just right.
That's weird.
Okay, weird to us. For me, I want your natural chemistry plus something that accentuates you. So, like, if you have a more brusque, what's the correct term?
Okay, do
word?
you remember once a fucking Staten Island broad fucking men would crash their cars seeing her on the street, right?
Yeah.
She would walk into the house, she'd get right up there. She was snorted. There's nothing. The sweat of a filthy man. That's what she was snort.
I can't say that's
the doctor
unattractive
would
to me
lick
either.
it like a cat. Okay, I'm getting a little personal, but what I'm trying to say.
I know
Here's my point. Here's my point. I love all of this chat about fragrance and everything,
Sure.
but there is a side to me that if I was a girl and a dude had his fragrance, I'd be like, gay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you
like-
think
like the
you
same
want the
way-
smell of somebody's uncut penis in your mouth?
The same way as a dude who
don't.
stares at himself in the mirror a lot. Okay, if a guy's with a beautiful girl and she stares at herself in the mirror a lot, that's fine because she has to be pretty. But a dude who's handsome, who stares at himself in the mirror a lot, is way worse than a guy who's handsome and never looks in the mirror.
A million.
He has no idea he's
Looking in
handsome.
the mirror is the worst.
He's busy fishing or hunting or whatever he's doing. He has no idea what a mirror is. He doesn't give a shit. And she's like, "Oh my God, I want him." And for me, the fragrance thing, I'm enthusiastic about it. I love it. It's great. But there's also a thing off it that smacks of gay for me. Because if a dude has a shitload of fragrances on his shelf and I'm some broad who walks into his house, I'm like, he's fucking gay.
Right.
Or he's just
he's
up in his own
Who's your
ass.
best friend that's as gay as
He's
you,
up in
right?
his own ass.
Do you
which
ever
is
smell
worse than
fragrance
gay.
on me? No, because I wear very little of it. It's very personal. You don't smell it.
But
Well,
you
guys
are
who
gay, so you
over-
get to do that.
No, but I'm not some big. I'm the straightest fucking truck driver gay dude there is. But
Mhm.
like I'm not screaming all over the place. But guys who wear tons of fragrance all over the, like when you've hung out with me, I wear fragrance every day of my life, but no one knows it unless they get close enough to smell it, because I know that restraint is everything. It's important that, like I said earlier, and Alejandro made a big joke about it. Because, like, listen, yes, of course, we're all sexually attracted to pheromones. That's what God intended. It's the nature of the world. But it can also be, you don't want to smell like a subway toilet as well. And a lot of
You
people
don't want to smell bad.
Yes.
But like I've yet to meet a woman who is fully heterosexual, who, when a guy steps off a fucking building site after working all day, has a problem with the vibe of him.
I mean, BO can be.
No, BO is different. BO is
well,
not
the
clean.
job site, if he's
It's
got
not
a hard
clean.
out.
That's not clean. BO is not clean. You haven't scrubbed yourself with
People
soap.
like that. There are people that love that. People are into man scent.
I'm just making the opposite argument.
No,
here.
I know, but
For the
I
shits
mean,
and
it's I'm just trying to peddle cologne here.
You're looking for advertising.
I'm just waiting for Gerland to say Dirk's our guy. Because I'll pimp your shit out because I love it so much. Listen, I love the way a man smells and the way a woman smells, but then there's also the very dark side of the way man smells and the way women can smell.
Maybe some guys are lucky because I have had the women go, yeah, I like the smell, I like the thing. Then we break up, and then they write to me like a few months later, going, "Why can't I fucking sleep with it? Because I'm still thinking." Or they have I leave behind a pillow, and they sniff the pillow.
Yeah,
and that's just my fucking head sweat from me sleeping.
No, I get that.
Like,
yeah,
they just want to smell that beast. That's what they're into. So
well, it's sensory. It's
and I'm talking
memory.
about very prissy, perfectina girls here. I'm not talking about crazy bitches with tattoos and rings in their eyelids. I'm talking about women who fucking know their stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. It's like Carissa that time. She's like, I want to smell a cigar and whiskey off a dude. That's what I want. She didn't want to fucking.
I mean, in the ether, that sounds super hot. Like my dream is like Bill Holden after he chain smoked a pack of Marlboros,
right?
And had a couple of whiskeys.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I kind of hope he's wearing Eau Sauvage because that'll make it a little bit better. Maybe at the end of the day, AP remembers transferring from Istanbul once on the way to Odessa. The plane smelled like an entire. This is the problem when you get to the Middle East. It gets a little crazy. Travis says that deodorant is an absolute must. If you don't wear deodorant, you need to be assassinated.
Oh, period. Absolutely.
Wear deodorant, guys. Wear it.
Should
wear
never,
it.
Never.
My brother doesn't. I love my brother, but he doesn't wear deodorant because it's bad for me. No. Oh my God, you smell like BO. Tim,
I'd rather die sooner than stink like that naturally ever.
Totally.
We were talking about this the other night with Michaela. There is the Vichy, the neutralizer.
Yeah.
The Vichy doesn't have a smell, and it
neutralizes
that smell, but at least you're, letting your pores breathe and all of that. It's supposed to last for 7 days. For me, it would last about a day because I'm a big beast. But it didn't matter. It was like for years I would use that because Lydia's mom would insist on it. And I was like, fine. No, like fucking... You have to scrub a dub heavily.
That's
if you're a big hairy fella, those cracks, those crevices
trim your armpit hair?
To be no.
You don't?
No.
I would recommend that.
Okay, fine.
I mean, just get a buzzer and use the thing.
That's I will go if
only because it can get ugly.
It's very unlikely this would ever happen, but it's happened, I think, once or twice in my entire life, where I'll leave the house and realize that I have a little bit of funk. I will turn around and go home.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if I miss my bus, train, plane. I will go home because I will not. You have to deal with that and neutralize that shit, because that shit is disgusting. That's like a sewer. I'm talking about the natural male funk. Like the fucking male vibe shit that you leave on the bed, that you leave.
Right,
on
that's
your
different. Totally different.
Totally
and
different.
You nailed it right there. And there's a couple of chats that we need to get to show what they say. Andrew, because you're a dirty pervert, I've had girls keep my shirts. Of course they have.
Yeah.
Dirty. Jay McGee says you're not shagging in lanes anymore. Hilarious. Nathaniel Hannon says, I have noticed more attention while wearing something after mowing the grass or changing the oil. Pheromones are a thing. 1,000,000,000%, Nathaniel. For 15 years, I worked on ships. Coming home smelling like diesel and marry me already. Welding fumes and whatever else crossed the line as far as attractive. You see a mechanic and he smells like a crude oil or gasoline. It's very, very attractive.
And I'm going to push it. I love these points. And I'm going to just push it that extra inch. You walk into a guy's house. He has some nice shirts, nice shoes, okay, that's cool. Nice watches. Yeah. Then if he has a fucking shitload of colognes, sorry.
How many times
he looks in the mirror too much. And a guy who looks in the mirror ain't a man. Girls look in the mirror. Guys need the mirror to check if there's blood on their face
That's correct.
after they got in a fight.
Right.
Okay?
Is it still swollen?
Yeah. Is it still swollen?
Yeah.
Or, or I got to burst that pimple, or did I break that tooth earlier? That's what men look in the mirror for. Women can look in the mirror all day long.
There's no crime to looking in a mirror, because you don't want it, like if you're going out on a first date with a beautiful girl or whatever you're interested in, and there's nothing wrong with making sure you look good in the mirror. But when you get a little too crazy, and I've said this a million times, I have several.
Forest.
Yeah,
I think Dirk needs a motorcycle.
I'm getting a Vespa. Vroom. Listen, at the end of the day, if you've got like every cologne and fragrance that they sell at Saks Fifth Avenue, you need to stop sucking all those cocks, because you know what you're not going to wear those. You're never going to wear those. Having a big collection of fragrances is a waste of your time and your money. It's ridiculous. Right. There's no reason.
The other night on our show, which I posted earlier tonight, by the way, on my channel, guys, go watch it with myself, Dirk, and Michaela. We were talking about Lana Del Rey had met this guy who wrestles fucking alligators, right? So she likes real men, basically. And I mentioned a thing in there that he was not a groomed fellow. He doesn't know how to he doesn't wear a suit. But she put him in a suit. It's a beautiful dynamic where women obviously they groom everything. They stare in the mirror. Everything's beautiful and perfect, right? And they get their guy, and he's fucking handsome and whatever, but he doesn't look in the mirror. He doesn't know he has a couple of hairs sticking out of his ear or whatever. She grooms him. She goes, there's a suit. Put that on. Put this on. Let me pluck your eyebrows. Whatever. You're looking too beastly. She grooms him. There's a beautiful dynamic. If he enters the room beautifully, perfectly groomed, gay. Sorry. I'm just pushing the opposite argument.
No, I don't disagree with you. I think, listen, whenever I've been in a gym and you see those guys that are doing the bicep fucking tick and all that stuff, and then they're hanging around the shower looking to be admired too long, it's mostly because they're probably looking to suck your cock.
Right.
Generally, yeah. I'm just saying, and this is experience, and I'm not trying to be crude or provocative, but whenever you see those guys that are like super vanity and they're doing all this shit, you know what? You'll get none of that vibe from heterosexual guys at all. You'll get zero of that. They're not checking their, how do my guys who oil themselves? And you ever see those guys that oil themselves in the gym? They put a little oil on themselves. Yeah, it's because you're going to go bottom in the steam room.
It's not masculine to pay that much attention.
You know what's not masculine? Bottoming in the steam room. Stop doing it. What's that? Yeah, we're on air. He goes, oh, Jesus.
He's like, oh, God, where are we going? It's iBashers for crying out loud.
It's iBashers. This is Friday night. This is what we do. It's just like, listen, guys, everything in moderation. Your drinks, your smokes, your fragrance. Listen, every little bit helps. But when you go overkill on everything, when you're wearing too much Aventus, which is way too much money, and this is what I was trying to get at earlier, and I've made this comparison before, and I've got a blue screen, so it's not going to really work very well. But this is Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino and $47.11. This costs $32 for this giant bottle. It's 500 ml. It's huge. This costs $300.
Wow.
And it's the same shit.
Well, that's the Aventus stuff.
This is the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino.
Oh, that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I don't own Event. I don't own any Creed other than what my sister gave me. It's quite beautiful. It comes in a beautiful bottle. Beautiful. It's gorgeous, but it honestly smells identical. It has a little bit more sillage, more projection than that. But this costs $32 for this gigantic bottle, and it is the same thing. So what you do in the morning is you wake up, you have your shower, then you pour it on your hands right here, and guess what? For the next 4 or 5 hours, you smell like $1 million. You fresh, clean, masculine. It's great. I'm not trying to steal any bread from Tom Ford. I love Tom Ford. That's free. I felt when I walked away from the counter after buying this, because I was like, oh, I love this. Let me get this. And they're like, okay. I handed them my credit card, and they were like, it came back. I went, oh my God, did I really just spend $300 on juice? This was a million years ago. This bottle's empty. I killed it. I just have the bottle. I felt really guilty for buying this because it's unnecessary. And I think Aventus, there's lots of other fragrances that fill that void at a tenth
For
of the price.
$700, yeah,
It's a
that's
lot of
fucking
money.
crazy.
My sister gave me a little sample of the Irish Tweed. It is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. It is
I
gorgeous.
have it here. I don't use it much. Doesn't impress me too much.
Did you give it
I have
did
the
you buy
black bottle. Tim gave me a full bottle. It's
My
black.
sister put her in a Vaporostura for me. She had like a little spray bottle. She gave me like a little tiny sample bottle of it. And I put it on the other day and I said, I really like this. And her bottle that she got, that it was a gift, I think. It was $1,200. It's like the upscale, whatever the next version up is, and it is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, I like the fragrance; it's lovely. However, and Alejandro, man, I'm like, I've got so much Tom Ford shit. I've got lots of his shoes. I have a lot of his suits. I'm a Tom Ford guy, and I love it. But fragrance is just smelly water, man, and to spend. You can spend some money and that's fine, but to spend like $700, this is 50 mil. 50 mil. That's crazy. This is, how many mil is this? 200 mil. 200 mil. Come on. And it lasts long enough for me. Maybe you won't spend. You know what? Maybe if you're going to meet a lady in the cafe after you've been on the plane to Tangier, you can give yourself a new splash just to refresh it. If you're on your way to Nairobi, to go elephant hunting or whatever the fuck you do. But it's like, I think it's just ridiculous that fragrance it's crazy. Like, it's luxury goods gone mad because it's the cheapest thing for them to make. It's not like
yeah, I would agree with that.
It's so cheap for them to make. It's just
It's all
water, man.
marketing. Yeah,
it's all marketing. And that shit you buy from Christian Dior, or Louis Vuitton, or Gucci, those are the cheapest ones of all, my friends. Penhaligon's cost a little bit more money. Some of the maybe Creed costs a little bit more money because it's more of a house, but some of these greater houses cost more money because they've been doing. You should check out if you get a chance, check out Quercus by Penhaligon's. I've mentioned that before. It's lovely. I think you might like Penhaligon's. It's beautiful. It's beautiful stuff.
Blue de Chanel, Travis. Blue de Chanel I bought with Carissa, and she fucking stole the bottle.
It smells good.
No, she didn't. She just it wound up in her bag, and then she left and then left the bag at a restaurant or something a day later. So I never got to use it, but I spent $210 on the bottle.
Yeah, it's expensive and it's nice, but it's not worth that. Andrew says $700, save yourself $685 and buy Old Spice. Old Spice is now about $22 a bottle. And guess what, Andrew? I have a bottle in my bathroom. I love the way, because I think it smells like
dad used to wear that stuff.
I love it. It smells like man. That's what men smelled like when I was a kid.
That's fine. That's fine.
Go crazy.
It's fine.
When will Trump
let's
come
wrap
out
up the show because we've been going on for an hour about fucking this stuff.
Grifters. Yep, they love the people love fragrance. When will Trump come out? Has he never come out with a fragrance? Trump?
That's a good question.
I mean, I'm shocked that he hasn't. What would he call it? Grift? Wouldn't that be the greatest title?
He'd call it gold.
Gold, yeah. I just got Creed Aventus for 100. That's a great deal. Listen, it smells great and it's worth it. Guys, thanks so much. What a great show. Oh, Nathaniel had $5. Smelly water, stitched rags, dead skin. Doesn't mean anything without the Riz. Indeed.
Sure.
They can help but not replace the Riz. I agree. Now that I know what Riz means, because you guys educated me.
See?
Thank you so much, because I feel so hip and fresh now. Guys, thanks so much. Let's hit up the super chatters for all your beautifulness. Start at the top. Andrew Wolkowicz, Hippie PA. Eddie, we love you, Eddie. Eddie again, we love you even more. Time to unwind. Send money now. Nathaniel Hannon, lit my stocking. You're a superstar tonight. Nathaniel Hannon, Tracy Ferris. Thanks, Tracy. Mart, we love you. Joe LaFaro, you couldn't be more handsome. And I know you manscape lips because he's always got. I always talk about whenever he does a wrist roll, I always go, "Oh, that's Joe," because he's an Italian guy. So nothing. You know what? I don't mind telling people off the top of my head what my thing is. You love long legs. I like hairy forearms. It's my thing.
Nice.
That's what does it for me. And when I see manscaping on it, I always go, but that's okay. It's not really dirty, but I just think it's attractive. Lip My Stocking, Hippie PA, Scotty H, Nathaniel Hannon, Lip My Stocking again, superstar tonight. Thank you so much, Nathaniel Hannon. What else are we going to say about you? Joe LaFaro, Handsome Joe, Nathaniel Hannon, Live My Stocking, Joe LaFaro. You guys are on fire tonight. Shane McGee, we love you so much. Andrew Levchin, always with great comments. Nathaniel Hannon, Andrew Wolkowicz, Travis, thank you for the stream. Thank you, Travis. And talk about handsome guys who have great. I'm going to give you guys all one giant big bang for tonight. That's for all the beautiful people who make iBashers. Thank you so much. Shane, thanks so much, man. Fun show. Man. Thanks so much. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt. I spent a lot of this week in and out of hospitals. I've met some of the greatest people of my life, people who actually care about humankind and forget about all those nasty people. You know why? Because at the end of the day, you know who the great people are. You know what the rest of them are? What are they? God, tell me. What are they, Asheen?
I can't hit the note. You hit it.
They're